about Halo 5.
Yeah, him spending money to buy it.
My girlfriend's pretty upset about it, but the story just looks really, really awesome. I mean, they released another trailer.
You love everything.
I was gonna say you're not.
Yeah,
they could literally, you could like play Master Chief stuck in one room, and that's the entire game, and you would still be like
fantastic.
Yeah, exactly.
Playing
Hey,
solitaire
if
by
they could make a
yourself.
full game of Master Chief in one room, that probably would be a
Impressive.
pretty sick story. Something like Saw.
That's it, yeah. They've like taken off his armor. He has like. Is he super strong or is it just the suit?
He's super strong.
Okay, so he just
The
breaks the
suit
chains
does
over.
add to it a little more.
It does add to it.
It's just John 117 lying on the ground, but just the helmet on, so that way you still don't know who he is.
Why didn't we take it off him? I don't know. All right. Episode, what are we at? Are we on Lucky 13?
12.
We're on 12.
All right, we're 12.
Yeah.
Next
Star
week's
Wars,
Unlucky 13.
Star Wars is like the unofficial 12, I guess, because that's the 12th episode that's aired.
But technically, it came out on the Friday, so it's still the 11th. It came out as not a special episode, remember? It came out.
This is
I
the 12th
guess.
recording, 13th episode, right?
I have no idea.
Oh, yeah,
we
you're
did
right.
2
Yeah.
Star Wars ones, so...
It's 12th.
We haven't done that second Star Wars one
Then
yet.
Oh yeah,
Episode
what am I saying?
Just let him.
Who am I to
All
say
the
that?
This is the worst
Who-
intro ever.
Who are you to say, and who are you? Just tell them.
I am
Let's do
Taylor
this.
Field, everyone, and I'm joined by...
No nickname this week, wow.
No,
I'm Kirkland Patzer, to interrupt Taylor.
I'm Dylan Muss. Jessica, I'm looking at you.
Okay, well, what if I wanted to go last?
Okay.
We're in a circle, whatever.
We're going clockwise.
You started, but then you didn't introduce yourself, so maybe we
Because
could...
he was rambling on over here, so I thought, I'll give it to him. I don't know. I'll go with the Rubber Man this week. American Horror Story's back, so I'm the Rubber Man, Trav Snell. It's a long story. It's like 5 years old, but cheers.
Cheers.
I didn't even consider a nickname. But I'm Jessica. But I just wanted to be the one to break the news that this week we're going to be talking about the awesome con that just happened, which for those of you who don't know, it was Corgi Con.
No, I don't know.
No.
You guys didn't hear about Corgi Con?
I don't think I've
It's
ever...
literally
I have not
everyone with
heard...
a corgi gets to come
I'm
and
not-
have this giant convention.
Isn't that dog, the mean
Yes,
dog? The corgi?
yes, it's a
that
corgi.
sounds awful.
There was over 400 that RSVP'd this year.
What is
And
it?
where is this?
It was in
You know that
Northern
meme?
Carolina.
That meme, Much
Oh, okay.
Wow?
No,
Very-
no, that's a Shiba Inu.
Oh.
A corgi
Then what's
is-
the corgi meme? There's another dog meme?
There's always dog memes.
Oh, okay.
I just know the
like the
Doge
Queen's
one.
dog.
No
isn't it?
idea.
No, corgi's like one of those short little ones. They got like stubby legs and they're kind of long.
Is it the Doge dog?
No, that's
That's
a
what I was
Shiba,
talking
that's a
That's
Shiba
what
Inu.
Oh, okay.
That's a Shiba Inu, man.
I've not
Okay.
heard of any of this.
Well, because you guys aren't on board with the cool con, we'll go to our backup con, which
Why
was
is
the
that
new...
cool to you, though?
You don't like corgis?
Why is there a con for a singular species of dog?
Why is there a comic convention?
Because there's many comic books. They don't
Yeah,
just have
because-
like...
he just,
so
yeah, he's like,
There's not. They don't just do Batman con. Then they should do a dog con.
But they don't need to. Look at how many corgis showed up.
But look at how many dogs that would have loved to have showed up. At
Yeah,
they weren't
Heisenberg would have loved to have been at the dog con.
Well, then you get the asshole dogs that aren't like friendly with other dogs. Look at all the 400 corgis got along. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
So what
because
they do-
corgis are probably
Do
assholes.
races
Yeah,
and
they do, like,
beauty
races.
pageants and
Yeah,
stuff?
races and showings. You know, you can have.
Did you go, or did you just...
I did. I unfortunately could not get to North Carolina.
my friend lives in North Carolina.
North
Oh, I should,
So he was probably
I
there.
should tell him to go there. He probably knows all about it.
Yeah, probably
The whole
yeah.
town?
Seems like a corgi dictatorship to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Anyways,
Only
did you want to go first with your notes? Because
don't
I
really-
felt the transition coming, but then we all
Hashtag
went off
transition.
cuff.
You know, I'm probably not the right person to start. It's probably either you or Taylor. I'm gonna be honest.
I'm starting it.
She wants to go last, remember? So.
No, I just wanted to do our
Right,
intro.
you're going last. Too late. You know.
I'm fine with it.
Yes, I don't think I've started off with like the tidbits in a while. These are like,
I miss them.
what would be bigger than
I'm craving
tidbits?
them.
These are like not tad. Would a tad be bigger than a tid?
No.
Tid and tad.
These are just big tidbits.
Big tidbits. That's
Big-
kind of
yeah, it's kind of racy, but we're uncensored now, so
The
we're all
biggest
good.
Like a
tidbits.
donut.
But that's Dylan's news, though. He's Dylan Donuts.
Dylan Donuts.
Dylan Donuts.
Donut?
Really?
Yeah.
Donut starts with a D, so that's fine.
Alliteration. That's all what we're about here at the GeekVerse
Yeah.
podcast.
So then, what's everyone else?
You guys just gotta make them up.
I'll take Kit
I don't
Kat.
get to
Kirkland's
Nice.
Kit Kats, see?
Yeah.
Kit Kat.
But-
That'll be my nickname for next podcast.
Kit Kat.
Spoiler
See?
alert.
Yeah.
He made up the donuts thing. I made the tidbits. You gotta make up some of the J.
Oh, because there's so many different like you got to think of like news related like tidbits. That's where that spawned from. Donuts that doesn't really work. Nor does Kit Kat.
I think it works now.
Tidbits
Well,
made
you
this
gotta take a break. Every once in a while.
But yeah, take a break with Kit Kats with
Yeah.
Kirkland.
I think Taylor has
Oh,
Taylor's
that's
Well, that's the
right.
thing. Like, tidbits isn't really related to news. It
Just don't get us sued, Kirkland. By the way.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'll
For what?
I'll
By
change
Kit
it.
Kats?
be like Cat Kit.
Spell with
Something like
C's.
that.
Spell with C's.
But then it doesn't work for my name.
Oh, no, it doesn't.
It's not like we're
I'll think of
spelling it out
something.
on air.
Well, could we take the kit
Change
and
your
keep
name.
that?
Yeah.
We could keep the kit and keep that a K, but
I'll
then
just
the
be like
cat.
Kirkland
Oh,
brand.
okay.
See, we figured it
Kirkland's
out.
signature brand, but
We
not the
figured
actual
out.
Costco one.
Anyways, New York Comic Con was this week. Geeks reunite. Oh, geeks reunite. I had it with an N there.
I was trying to think of what you were trying to say.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
No. It's kind of like, I don't know. It's getting more traction. There's starting to be more news, but for a while I felt it was like this, like the stephead child or whatever they say of, what is that? The fairly stephead child? What is that? There's a saying.
I don't know.
Fairly haired stepchild.
Fairly
Whatever.
Odd Stepchild.
It was like the bad cousin at Comic Con. Like it felt like it was always just, even like the ones like in Philadelphia and whatnot. It's always like, oh yeah, like this is happening, but there's nothing like that big happening. This week there's actually big news happening. I guess the biggest news was they announced that they're doing an Ant-Man Wasp movie. So it's not even Ant-Man 2. It's Ant-Man and Wasp. So
Wasn't that already known?
no,
Not like a
he didn't even, number 2 wasn't even announced. So because you guys haven't seen Ant-Man yet, have you? Are you excited about this Wasp being in it, or no?
doesn't no.
I feel like how is Wasp different from Yellow Jacket?
Oh yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
I
Yellow
feel like that's
Jacket.
the exact same villain.
Well, they're all Wasp is not the villain. That's the
Oh.
daughter. Remember
Oh,
when at the
okay.
end when he shows her the suit, she's gonna be in it,
Okay, I didn't know
kicking
that,
along
so-
with Ant-Man. I know I should have
Okay,
clarified because you
yeah,
don't read
we
them.
were on
That-
the same page there.
I
Oh,
was
yeah.
just assuming he was another villain.
No. It's the girl. It's Hank Pym's daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
she's playing Wasp. So
So now it's kind of just a full-out dual team thing going on?
I guess so. Yeah. And I guess technically it's
So is
kind
she
of
going to be in the Avengers too then?
next go around. I probably she's technically was in the original Avengers, but
Really?
yeah. But
Wait, what?
well, technically Ant-Man was in the comic books.
Okay, well... yeah.
Sorry, in the comic books, and actually,
I'm a movie scrub, so...
I know, and Ant-Man was actually an original Avenger. He was one of the founders, but he got the shaft in the movies. So,
Well, he's coming back.
What?
He's coming back.
but he's just a thief now. He didn't find anything. But
Right.
anyway, and technically, this is the first Marvel movie that's like headlined by a female because there's never been because it's Ant-Man and Wasp technically. So that's a big thing. And talking about other females, Captain Marvel, who you guys probably don't know. I don't know how much you know, Jessica. You'll know her in a couple of years, but her movie's coming in 2019 and Black
She's called
Panther.
Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I've never liked her when I was a kid just because of that reason. It seemed a bit on the nose of like. It seems like they really want you to like this character, so because it's like, oh, Captain Marvel, but she's an alright character, and then the Black Panther's coming out. But then the big news was they announced 3 films that are unannounced for 2020.
Oh, that's pretty far. Wow.
Yeah, and there's no hints or whatnot, anything.
So
like
what
that.
exactly do you mean by they announced
Yeah.
unannounced movies?
They said
that sounds like they announced the movies, if you ask me.
they said in 2020 there will be 3 Marvel movies.
So
And
an
that's
announcement of an announcement.
Yeah,
Those are
but
the worst.
they have not.
Those are the worst.
They have not given any clue of what these might be, like sequels or original characters. And Taylor and Jessica, because you know a bit more of the comic books, do you have like anyone you want to see or anything you want to see? Like some people are wanting it to be Iron Man 4 or stuff like that. Like
No, definitely not Iron Man.
you don't want Iron Man 4, or you just don't think
Are you
that.
tired
would
of
be
the
it?
Iron Man movies?
I like Iron Man. He's one of my favorite superheroes. I just can't see it being an Iron Man 4. Especially with Robert Downey Jr. and like saying he didn't want to keep pushing the franchise, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I know he signed on for Avengers even though he said he wasn't going to, but I can't really see him.
He signed at 2020, which is the
Ooh.
yeah, which is
That's
one
new
of those-
information then.
Because he's signed to the Infinity War movies are over, and they're done in 2019. So that's why I wonder. That's why some of the speculation. But Taylor, you have
Well, I'd love to see a Hawkeye movie. I'd like to see
Hawkeye
another Hulk.
movie?
Yeah, I'd love to see another Hulk movie.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Well, they're
maybe
talking
something
that
like...
the Hulk's supposed to be making an appearance in...
That's a transition to my next news.
Oh.
Okay, I'll leave that alone.
Probably like a Star-Lord movie or something like that.
What?
I don't know.
Guardians of the Galaxy 2,
Well,
hasn't
just-
that already
No,
been
not
announced?
two.
movie.
I mean, just with one of the characters doing his own thing or whatever, like a Rocket Raccoon and Groot movie doing their own thing. I don't know, I think that'd be cool.
No.
They kind of need to be a team, I think.
Well,
New
not.
Rocky and Bullet.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think that'd be cool seeing like a Rocket Raccoon and Groot having their own movie, doing their own thing or whatever, as bounty hunters or something.
I don't know. I feel like you need the whole thing for that.
Yeah.
I feel like a movie of just them would be a little much.
Yeah, it'd be
One
a
of
little
the
That's
more.
only
why
says
they're the
one thing.
Guardians of the Galaxy. It's not just like you're watching like...
Yeah, and
better united.
that movie's combining all their stories. But I wouldn't mind seeing a movie just on one individual of them or whatever.
This is a first. I've not seen anybody pitch this or want that, but that's fine.
Or an Ultron movie.
Your choices are very... He's dead. He's gone.
Or not Ultron, sorry. Oh, what's his name?
Vision.
Thanos movie.
Why Thanos? He's a villain.
Villains are sick.
What's wrong
But
with a villain
he
movie?
hasn't even been in a... Like, so you're saying Infinity War happens, they defeat him, and then he goes gets his
Okay,
own...
do a
Prequel.
Loki movie
It's
then.
a prequel.
That's what I... That's better. That's what I
Almost made
want
Travis choke on his air here.
on his air.
On his hair.
But no, like with Thanos, there's not much redeemable. So how are you gonna do a movie of just like this guy who wants to like kill?
I don't know.
planets?
I assume the people at Disney know what they're doing and Marvel.
Okay.
They don't pay Taylor to come up with these ideas.
No, I guess not.
What do you want to see? Or you probably have
He's-
fan theories as to
yeah,
what they
yeah.
actually... You probably already know what the movies are.
I truthfully think they're just sequels, and they just don't want to admit that they're making sequels to like Doctor Strange already. Because Doctor Strange is coming out with Benedict Cumberbatch, and then that would be the time where a sequel for that, or like Black Panther would come out. So I think it's just one of these things of like, oh, we don't want to be cocky and announce a sequel like Fantastic Four does. So
Yeah.
we'll announce just
Announcements.
announce announcements. I think one of them could be. I don't know. I don't even know if one of them could be original movie.
I could see Hawkeye or the Hulk, because I've heard a lot of people say they want a Hawkeye movie. Not so much the Hulk, but I've heard lots of people talk about Hawkeye.
I don't know if he works. I want it because Hawkeye I think is really underrated, and I really like him. I don't know if he works for a movie. I think the thing I want the most probably, and it sounds weird, but I'd like them just to do like a Black Widow Hawkeye movie.
Yeah, I'd prefer that. For
I think
sure.
a lot of people want a Black Widow movie, so I think that's kind of best of both worlds. Of like, okay, you got Black Widow, you got Hawkeye, you put them together, and then I don't think it'd be a prequel, but they can just be doing their like, I don't know, agent things and whatnot. So that's kind of what I want. For some reason, I feel like they don't want to give us a Black Widow movie. So, and then the Hulk, which will just transition to the next news. He's going to be in Thor 3. That's the rumor going around. I think it probably is true because that's the catch with the 2020 things. He can't have his own movie because Marvel doesn't have the distribution rights to him. So they can they have the character rights, but if they put out their own movie, they got to go through Paramount, who still owns it. So it's this weird type of thing. But yeah, so I guess if he is in Thor 3, that kind of answers the question at the end of Avengers where he's kind of going in that rocket ship because it was just kind of random. He was just flying and then they cut away. So
I
yeah.
don't even remember. What happened?
Remember, like, what was the problem? Oh, because he wanted to run away, remember? And Natasha kept wanting to go with him.
At the end of the second Avengers?
Yeah, and then he just made the choice to go alone, and he was just in a ship, like, driving just somewhere.
I don't remember it, but I can imagine.
That's exactly how it ends. It ends with him in a cockpit, and he's just, like, the movie doesn't end that way, but the Hulk's arc just ends with him in a
Was he
cockpit.
actually driving it?
Yeah, he was, because
Really?
it was a
Oh.
huge thing, because, like,
I just remember him sitting in the back and he pushed the button to shut off the like.
maybe he wasn't
video.
driving. Either way, he's sitting in a plane. Like, he's just chilling. Like,
It's on autopilot.
yeah, he's going somewhere, but...
They got some cool technology, these movies, Taylor. The autopilot's a possibility.
Yeah, I don't know how he like flies into like Asgard, but
I don't think that ship has like interdimensional capabilities. I think it's just made to go like in the air.
yeah. But somehow, and some people are hoping, and this is the only Hulk movie I'd really want. Is there's a movie called Planet Hulk, and it's about Hulk. What happens is he's too dangerous in the comics, and they shoot him off in a rocket, and he just ends up landing on a planet. And they think he's like this god. Like there's statues of him and all like these whatnot. So that's a really good one because they put him in what is the thing in Gladiator called?
Colosseum.
Yeah, where he like fights different creatures and aliens. So that's pretty good. But so there's been hints that they might do a Planet Hulk storyline for Thor 3. So people are kind of losing their minds about that. But do you guys have any interest in seeing the Hulk and Thor or?
I don't really care about Thor, and I didn't really like the movies, but I like Hulk, so that's cool.
So I'm
I honestly don't think I'll see the movie.
kind of the other way around. I like Thor more than the Hulk. I don't know. I was kind of sad when, like, obviously Edward Norton didn't continue as
Yeah.
he was like my man.
Yeah.
I think Ruffalo still does a good job, though.
He does, but I always think of Edward Norton as the Hulk.
Yeah. You really don't... Before I come back to you, who do you like better, Thor or Hulk?
I really like Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk, but I mean, I don't mind Thor. I think it's cool. I like the Thor movies.
He loves everyone.
You're gonna say he can't pick between two people.
Kirkland? If you got a ticket
I
and you
had
got
to
to buy
choose?
to go, if it's Thor or Hulk and you got to go see one, we're going to show you more
should put it
interested
like
in.
that when you asked me.
Oh, okay. Well, then we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you.
Is there already a Thor 2 out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I haven't seen that, so I'll choose the Hulk.
Okay. You want to come back to that now that I gave
Thor.
him that way? Okay, and why?
Because he's just such a charmer, you know?
Hey, he was like the most beautiful guy of the year or whatever.
Those
Sexiest Man Alive.
Sexiest Man Alive, that's what it was.
2015, yep.
Well
deserved.
why am I not surprised you know that?
Yeah, I know. But, okay, yeah. Why, and, okay, yeah, back to you, Dylan. Why do you not like Thor?
Well, I don't.
What's wrong with him? You had the long locks, you should appreciate
Well,
him.
maybe it's not like I think in the Avengers it's fine, but I saw the first movie. It was really boring.
Oh,
It
I
was
love that
terribly
movie.
boring. So,
You haven't even seen the second one?
no, I haven't even seen the whole first one.
Don't.
I was so bored. I don't know. I just don't care about him enough to, I guess, be invested in a movie that was boring to me. I guess
Makes sense.
I don't know.
What about that father-son dynamic and the...
I don't.
And the
I don't remember anything
dynamic
about
with his
it.
adopted brother Loki.
It left my brain.
I think that's the main
gone.
reason I like Thor so much, just because every time Thor's around, Loki's there. So
Tom Hiddleston's pretty good.
he's the man. Just trying to reach back my phone. How do you feel about Tom Hiddleston, Taylor?
Loki?
Yeah.
He's pretty neat.
Yeah. I wouldn't say he's everywhere where Thor is, because he wasn't in Avengers 2, so...
He was supposed to be.
I know, I heard about that.
Yeah, they deleted him. What was I going to say before we get into, like, topical news? For me, I'm very excited. Killing Joke, I've talked about this. DC said they're going to make it be rated R for an animated movie. So that's really good for, like, stuff that usually comes out direct to DVD that's just for kids. So
What is it, sir?
The Killing Joke, remember I talked about this a few
Oh,
times?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like the greatest Joker novel, and they're letting it be rated R. So that's a big thing. Because there's, like, there's this questionable, like, rape and this and that, and there's lots of stuff that if it wasn't rated R, you kind of wouldn't be able to do, but... okay, and then next, this was probably one of your two notes, but did any of you, obviously, you probably watched Walking Dead?
Yeah.
I didn't.
Oh,
I was at Thanksgiving, so I
Just
couldn't...
skip it.
Really?
It was so bad.
I don't think it was, like, so bad, but I don't think it was, like, the greatest thing of all
It was
time.
like a half-season premiere thing, right? Like halfway through season premiere?
No,
Or is it
it's
actually
the
a
It's
premiere.
a full-on, like,
yeah,
we're back.
Season 6.
Okay.
Hour-and-a-half special.
Without spoiling that for Taylor, anybody that hasn't listened, what, like,
I
non-spoilery, why did he not like it?
did not like the approach they took to it. Like, just how the episode started, you're just kind of sitting there going, like, what the fuck am I watching?
Yeah.
To put it blunt. And, you know, there were some questions that they left at the end of the last season that got completely ignored and untouched. And then there's that whole CGI scene for anyone that has
man,
watched
that was
it.
brutal.
Oh my god, the beginning of the episode is Rick standing there talking, and you can just 100% tell it is a green screen behind him. There's no it's not even blended at all. It's terrible. I looked at Matt, my husband, and I was just like, oh my god, they cut their budget. What happened?
I don't think so. I think it's just because they don't use much CGI and they tried to go over, because they're just a TV show. So when they use CGI, we're really small. So I think when they had to spend a lot, that's why it looks bad. I don't think they cut it. I think it's just they had to spend so much that it's not that good on TV. Because
everything I've seen has been making fun of that opening CGI.
Yeah.
That's how bad it was.
yeah. No, I never like when the show uses CGI, because CGI on TV always looks bad, but that was really bad. But it's not that spoiler, but what she's talking about is they start the episode in current time, and then they flash back. But it's like every commercial break, it's like it starts with a little bit of current, and then it flashes back. Starts a little bit of current, flash back. And Taylor's loving it already.
I've seen that in shows before, I don't mind that.
And it's
But this is a really long episode, and it drags so long.
It
I did watch it without
drags.
commercial, and it's an hour and 3 minutes without commercials. I'm like, oh my god.
And everything that's in the past is black and white, and
Which
then
is
everything
awesome.
so they kind of do that. But it's just, I don't know. I've never sat on my phone as much as I did during that episode.
Yeah.
And I love The Walking Dead. You guys hate on it, it's you mostly that hates on it.
Yeah.
And I'll
Every week
defend
you're
it.
like, screw your Walking Dead show.
Yeah.
On his tweet.
I'm not hating on it. I just lost interest.
Yeah, and
There's a big difference.
And I
between
always
that.
defend
I'm with
it,
you.
but this week I'm not. I don't know. I was not impressed with this episode. I actually Googled to see if they changed directors because that was how bad I thought it
Wow.
was.
So do you think this is just an episode, or are you now you worry about the whole season?
I don't know. I'll keep watching it for another couple episodes and hopefully it.
Yeah.
But I wasn't impressed by it.
I liked some stuff, but yeah, it sometimes still has the same problems. I don't like not
Do you
just.
feel like everything was answered that you had questions about?
I didn't really have many questions because I kind of put The Walking Dead in the back of my mind nowadays because I'm usually disappointed. So I find if I don't think about it too much, I can still enjoy it. But the stuff I didn't like is that they've kind of made some of the characters I feel dumb, like Michonne, who is just like all of a sudden she's like having this problem with Rick killing people, and it's like not to spoil it too much, but it's just like
She's a badass.
yeah, and she's like cold blooded, and it's just like now all of a sudden it's like oh blah blah, and like Rick is just Shane now. The way he approaches people, like whoa, what you doing, and he walks right up to him and gets in that southern drawl. I'm like he's just Shane now. Like everything he does is Shane. Like he's just like the way he's like talking to that kid and everything, and he's just like and he's doing the Lori creepy thing when he goes to that wife when he's like creeping on her like oh I'm gonna make sure you're safe. Like it's completely Shane. Like it's just funny. I'm like I always watch. I'm like why did they even kill him? Like and I feel like Shane was more level headed. At least he didn't see fucking fake ghosts. Rick, you never know when he's gonna lose it again. Like,
yeah, that doesn't bother me so much because I mean it's just his transition throughout it.
Oh no, I don't have a problem with him. I have a problem with all the other characters that are like, oh, like Rick's. I don't like in the show when they make the group have problems with each other because you know in the end they're gonna all work it out. So it's like it should be the group versus these new people, even if it's just like not killing each other, but just a turmoil. But yeah, so I liked it, but it wasn't like I'm not.
See, and that just says something right there. At the end of the last season, you see Rick shoot someone in the head, and now you're even still saying that it's not the group against everyone else, which just goes to show that Rick shot someone in the head, and everyone's still hunky-dory with each other.
Yeah.
It's just...
Well, my thing is, like, they make all the characters like that guy who's, like, this isn't a big spoiler, but the guy that is helping build the wall when he's like, oh, and you shot that guy in the head. It's like, yeah, but your leader right there said, like, do it. So it's like... They just like it's getting into like I used to hold the show to a higher standard, but it's getting into like classic like horror stuff of like oh here we go like the stuff when they drive by a zombie and they shoot it instead of like using a different weapon. It's like little things like that. It's like okay they're starting to get lazy. So that's how I just feel the show, and it did go down in ratings like from the it had the lowest. Not lowest, but like the past 2 years were higher, the premiere. And I think that has to do with Fear the Walking Dead too. I think that takes away because people are just like, too much zombies. Like, Fear the Walking Dead ended, and then a week later Walking Dead's back. I feel like that's it's not spaced out at all.
Well, and like another thing too, in this episode, we were watching and there's one point, obviously, zombies are coming towards a group of 3 people. And
spoiler, zombies are...
I'm trying to make it as like vague as possible.
Spoilers, zombies are everywhere.
And they're just like, you know, they run out of bullets and they go to reload and the zombies are like closing in on them and oh my god, and someone has to run in and, you know, kill one to stop them. And it's just like, okay. And then 30 seconds later you see another scene where someone is killing them and they get too close and he turns and runs away and reloads. And it's like, really, there's only one person in this universe that's smart enough to realize if they run 5 steps, the zombies aren't going to catch them. It's just, it's getting to the point where it's like, you know, in a Scary Movie where there's like the banana, the knife, and the phone, and she grabs a banana. Yeah. It's getting to that point.
No, I agree, and that's why, like, I'll probably still watch the show because it's entertaining, but it's definitely not what I consider 1 to 3 was, where it felt like a realistic show with zombies, where now it feels like a horror show, which is not terrible, but when you start off really good. Queens? No, it's no Scream Queen. At least Scream Queens knows it's a bad show and makes fun of itself. Like, yeah, you on purpose do that. Walking Dead is turning into that show that they, like, make fun of, you know? You watch Scream Queens?
I missed the last episode.
Oh, you're slipping,
I went to see The Martian.
Everything.
I went to see The Martian.
How, you like it? It was good, eh?
It was really good.
Yeah.
Did you get to see it yet?
Yep, it was very good.
Either of you see it yet?
No.
You guys should get on that.
I had some problems with it, but
together.
it was very good.
Okay.
Ooh,
we'll hold
night.
hands.
Date night,
It'll be sweet.
You know, a lot of people, I saw this, a lot of people actually were, like, tweeting on the internet saying, like...
On the internet?
Yeah, on the internet.
That's where they were tweeting?
Yeah, where else did they tweet?
They were saying, like, oh, that movie...
Hashtag
Boston
postcard.
Wall.
They were saying, like, oh, I can't believe The Martian was based on a true story and everything.
Oh,
a lot of people fell into that. I'm thinking, are you serious?
there's nothing true. Like, I don't know. Like, if you were alive the past 10 years, you'd know it's not true because
Yeah.
like they're like on CNN and all this. Like, we did not. There was never a man stuck in Mars. And I feel like even if I was a kid, I'd remember somebody being like, "Oh man, there's this guy stuck in Mars."
It'd be huge. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the technologies that they used in the movie, some of that is real, but the whole fact that a man was actually there is not. No.
It's a realistic approach, but it was nowhere. I don't know that you educate.
This makes me think of that one tweet where it's like
Spielberg.
no, the Spielberg one's good too with the dinosaur. But no, the chick who's like, I just found out like China and Japan are 12 hours ahead. Why didn't they tell us about 9/11?
Oh.
That one.
Oh.
Yeah. That's what that
terrible.
made me think of. People are just the Steven Spielberg one.
What's
though.
the Spielberg one?
It's him on. It's a photo from the very first Jurassic Park, and it resurfaced like a year ago. I think they did like a Jurassic Park story.
It was right before the Cecil the Lion thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that. Because they were timing with the movie. It was like a retrospective Jurassic Park. So this movie the picture came out on a magazine, and came out online, and it's him posing with like one of the animatronics, and it's like one of the dinosaurs that was sick and dying, and then all these people were like, Steven Spielberg, this fucking sicko, like
No, they
hunted
didn't even
a
know it was
dinosaur.
Steven Spielberg. They're just saying like,
Yeah, whatever,
trophy
this
hunting
guy-
is
yeah,
bad.
like-
Trophy hunting's wrong.
I thought it was like a rhinoceros, but it's a triceratops.
No, some people thought it was a real dinosaur, though.
Really?
Yeah. Oh my. No, like, it was like, this is sick.
I
Like,
saw the Photoshop one where it was just like in Star Wars, like AT-AT thing. And like it was literally like that same photo, but someone photoshopped it. It's like trophy hunting is wrong.
That's good.
Or the other tweet where it's like this chick's like, when they were filming the Titanic, why didn't they save all the people that were drowning? Yeah. We live in a great society.
You have to wonder how much of those people are just messing with other people.
I don't think
Oh,
they're
some of
messing.
them are a bit though. Like, because I can't remember. I listened to a podcast once. I can't remember the guy's name, but he did the same thing again with the Spielberg photo. He like posted on his Twitter, and people are giving him crap. Like, how can you support this? Like, some people are trolling, but I feel like some people, especially
Yeah,
like,
there's a mix. for
not
sure.
to like ruin my fan base, but with wrestling that happens a lot. Where you see like a lot of, that's what my dad's problem's always been. Like, the fans are like, some of the, they're not very well educated, and they're very like it's a show, man. Like, just, like I don't know. I can believe it when I deal with wrestling fans, and when I be there live, and then when I see stuff online, I'm like, I can believe people are this dumb because just the stuff that they go through. But
Anyone that's worked customer service should be able to believe people are that dumb.
oh yeah, if you've worked in retail, you know 100%. You'll get the dumbest questions ever. But and then my last little tidbit, I guess it wasn't really Comic-Con news, but it came out. Did anyone watch Power Rangers as a child?
Yes. If someone didn't watch Power Rangers, they shouldn't be allowed on this cast.
So Dylan, are you allowed on this cast?
No.
Because it doesn't look like
You
it by
didn't
your
watch
face.
Power
I'm
Rangers?
done. I'm kicked out.
Taylor?
My mic, you guys can't record anymore either.
I've only seen like just scenes from like the odd Power Rangers.
You're
I
just
don't-
making up baloney. You
No,
don't
I'm
know.
serious. I could never get into it.
I had action figures.
Me too.
Nice.
So, are you guys excited at the prospect of a movie?
I mean, I'm not obviously as into it as I was when I was younger, but
Kind of depends. The show's changed a lot from like early childhood.
it's still a
version.
show. I didn't even know it was. Still
Oh
a
yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Dinobots right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, that's what my news was, because everyone, when they first announced the movie, everyone kind of thought that was going to be a remake of the original with Tommy and Kimberly and everything, but now they announced that it's not, and it's going to take place after this current show's run. So this show will end, and then they'll just go into this movie, and it won't be like people are hoping Rita was coming back and whatnot, and now they announced that's not happening. So I was kind of interested, and even though I thought it'd probably be bad, I was a little hyped for it, because it's like a childhood movie, but now that they announced all that, it kind of killed all for me, because that's what I thought. Like, okay, remake the one with the Green Ranger, like Tommy, he was a badass. Like, it was great, and the White Ranger and Kimberly, and you had all those. I don't remember the other ones; those were my favorites. So, but like, there's a red guy, there's the Black Ranger, there's the Yellow Ranger, and there's the Blue Ranger. Who one of
Big
them?
one.
I think the red one's like in jail for like murder now or something. So
Classic.
that's
right?
Times
Yeah.
have changed.
yeah, it's hard on the Power Rangers. But yeah, so my hype just kind of went down a little bit. So I just want to
Yeah, if it's not a remake like the original idea, then not
original
really.
costumes.
Yeah.
Did you guys ever see the Ivan Ooze movie?
The what? Sorry.
The movie with Ivan Ooze, like they did. It was way back in the 90s. They put
I don't
out
think
a
so.
movie with the original ones. Have you? Oh, it's good. It's really good.
When's the last time you watched it?
The movie?
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you think
this
it was like
year?
nostalgia good or
No,
was
this
it
year.
VHS? Do you have it on VHS?
It was on Netflix not too long ago.
Really?
Yeah. No, it's like nostalgia good. It's still pretty bad, but like it's it's fun. Like
Yeah.
it's so
Yeah, I know what you mean.
yeah. That's my tidbits. Done.
Okay.
Comic-Con. There was like truthfully those were like those were huge big announcements, but
I'm gonna go ahead and say it because I'm surprised you didn't bring it up. You didn't mention that they kind of did their Daredevil trailer.
oh, I forgot to put my
Really?
notes today, and I just watched the trailer not even 2 hours ago again. Okay, I totally forgot about that.
Man.
I know, I totally forgot.
Yeah, they released
Oh.
a Daredevil trailer. You want to talk about it here?
Yes,
Maybe.
I do. Because you're the only one
I
that's
put it
seen
on my notes, but I'm just amazed that you didn't bring it
I
up.
totally forgot. That's like my favorite show on TV next to Hannibal. Have you seen it?
I watched it.
Hey, what do you think so far? Even though it's pretty short.
It was pretty short.
yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where they take it after the finale of the last one.
Mhm.
But there's not really a lot you can overly get from
Shane.
30 seconds.
Back of Shane's head, you know. He's playing the Punisher, Shane.
Oh,
Yeah, John Berthnall.
Yeah, cool.
You're gonna all three of you have to watch
I
it.
watched
whenever
the
it
trailer.
comes out.
I did
Dude, when
watch
I'm
the
done
trailer.
Hannibal, that's the next time.
Yeah, you gotta watch it, so we'll be able to do episode recaps. But my only question: do you think Kingpin's gonna be in this? Because he was not shown at all.
Not yet. He wasn't in the last 30-second part, but they didn't really cut him. He didn't go anywhere in the end of the last season.
He went to jail. he went somewhere for a while, but like
Well, I'm not watching this show.
But okay, whatever. He's a
He
comic
went to
book.
Jurassic
Okay,
Park.
it goes. No, you won't see it coming. It's a really good.
Yeah,
that's
Jurassic Park. That's where
I
he
will
went
see
to
it,
That's
yeah,
where he
no.
went.
He went to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, exactly to fight Daredevil. Oh, I can't take this flying on. I need some fucking raptors. I'd watch that crossover, Daredevil versus Raptors. But anyways, no, like the way it's done in the last episode, it's really good. Like I think the finale might be my favorite episode because they do that psych out of like, oh, it looks like it's going this way, and then like,
Yeah.
and then when you see him in the first time with the costume, do you like the costume, like the red one?
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Why do
You
you
don't-
not mind it? I like it a lot.
I've never read the comics, so I don't know if that's.
It's kind of like I'd say like a version of like that Daredevil movie one and like Spider-Man. It's not so leather-y like it was in the
I don't
movie.
remember liking the one from the movie, so that's
No.
probably why I like this one more than that. 'cause
Yeah.
I haven't watched the original Daredevil since it first came out.
Yeah.
but I remember
It's alright.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't
not.
remember it.
Yeah, Ben Affleck was in it. That's
He
when
must
I
have
definitely
been that
watched it, but that was a
amazing.
long time ago.
he did it because he thought they were never going to do like a gritty Batman film, so he thought this was one chance. And Daredevil was one of his favorite comic books. But now look at him now, big Batman.
Here we are,
Yeah,
10 years later,
yeah.
15 years later.
Whatever. Ben Affleck's a star, but yeah, I'm excited for that. Obviously we only got to see like a glimpse of Elektra, but just seeing the red whatever, just her in the red. I don't know what that would be. It's not a scarf, but whatever she puts over her head. But I'm excited for it. And there's that great shot of him walking, and he's like holding a chain, and it's like blinking red.
It'll be good, but it sucks. It's how long has it been? A year and a half since that ended? Like since
Not
it
even
came
a year
out?
and a half. No, it came out It came out this year.
Was
It
it
came
this
out.
year?
Oh,
Was it back in February?
when did Target close?
Yeah, shortly
May.
after
May.
February.
So it was in May
February.
because it was
That's
the
it?
first week of my new job, and I was like, I can't call in sick because I was really mad.
I was feeling like 2016 was a really long ways away, but I didn't realize it was that recent.
Yeah, so no, they didn't announce it because it was so good. They got another one, and then to transition into that in November, Jessica Jones comes out. It's part of their like Marvel, like you know what they're doing with it? They're doing 4 Netflix Marvel shows, and then they're putting them together in the Defenders as their own like Marvel,
Oh,
and
okay.
like Avengers, like the Netflix Avengers. They'll have that, and it's a legit. Defenders are in the comic
Yeah,
books.
that's their name.
That
The
Netflix
Netflix
event.
Avengers.
Jessica Jones. Is that
Destroying
the same actress from
Blockbuster.
the Bee in Apartment 23?
Yeah,
TV
yeah,
show?
Kristen Ritter.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she's funny.
which that's what I was going to talk
So
about.
who is this?
She is a superhero, or she used to be a superhero, but because she did something bad, they like told her she couldn't be a superhero anymore, like broke some laws or something. So now she's a retired superhero who is like a private investigator. So it's kind
What's her
of
power?
what I actually can't remember because I didn't read much Jessica Jones. I'm sorry.
Being a
I'm
retired
sorry.
superhero.
It's like Watchmen.
Yeah, I didn't.
Sounds like
she's
Watchmen a little bit.
what
Retired
kind of in a way, but
superhero.
it's like
Doing his own thing.
yeah, but she's
Public
getting it's a
investigator.
job for her.
Private
But
investigator.
yeah, but no, the thing I was going to bring up, they brought up with Marvel is with this one, they said there's no nudity, but they said there's like some really big like sex scenes and whatnot, and like So this Marvel's like going really dark with Netflix. So it's kind of nice to see that they're not going to do that with movies, but with Netflix, they're like, oh, go do what you want. So apparently they showed the first episode of Comic-Con, and it's really good, and that's coming in November. Same thing, all the episodes connected with their Netflix Avengers.
This November?
Yeah, this November. So, and then Luke
Okay.
Cage comes after that. He's in there, and then Iron Fist, Danny Rad, one of my favorites. It's great.
Cool.
He's like a kung fu master.
Mm-hmm.
He has
I could
powers.
tell.
Yeah.
Later.
No, he doesn't do it. Yeah.
He's better than you in Kung Fu perhaps.
I hope. Anyways, who wants to go next? Okay, Taylor, go ahead.
I got some good news. First of all,
Good news. Okay, yeah, what is this? First, when Taylor gets here, he teased that he said he had to show us something. Right now, it just looks like
Yep.
cheese.
So this, for all you Assassin fans from my page, Assassin's Creed Universe, and everyone on the GeekVerse page, I'm going to be doing a contest soon. I'll put up the details soon, but basically to win a Arno Dorian action figure, I will be asking for your artwork submitted on the page as a competition, just to see all of the best kind of art you can do from all of the Assassin's Creed games, any movie, or not movie, but any game or book, any of that. If you want to just put in your artwork of your favorite assassin or scenario, then there'll be a little competition, and the winner will get the Arnold Dorian action figure.
Are you paying for shipping and handling?
Yeah, it's a small item, so it's not going to be that expensive.
Wow, out of pocket.
What? So
Okay.
what is this
who's
guy
Arno?
from?
Who's
Yeah,
Arno?
Who's Arno?
Yeah.
He's from Assassin's Creed Unity.
Oh, okay.
Arnold?
Arno.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
the
good character in Assassin's Creed.
Arnold.
Yeah, as an
Some
assassin.
jacked guy.
the French assassin
You won't
with the
stand
Phantom Blade, which is pretty cool. So yeah,
All right,
I
well,
like how
just
you
ain't
brought
up,
it
though.
to show
You-
us, and no one else can release
we
it.
can enter it, you know. But
yeah,
Google
Oh.
Arno
You have to make sure you
Dornian
put 8 and up, though.
action figure.
yeah,
Don't want any
That's cool,
anyone
Taylor.
younger than 8 years old getting there.
yeah.
It's
You have to
dangerous.
be at least 8 to enter the competition. So if you're too young, you have to get your parents' signature. Just kidding.
what news do you have for us?
Well,
Can I actually ask you a question before Taylor gets into his news? Because I
No.
think you'd be the guy to ask.
Sure.
Have you watched Gotham at all yet?
Oh, I did. It's awful.
Awful.
When I did the first season, I gave up because it's not anywhere near like the comic books. Were you gonna ask me about Jerome?
Well, I just saw that there was news about season 2, I guess it would be.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if it was worth getting into.
No.
Because I saw season 1's on Netflix.
The show's awful. You can watch it. It's if you've read the comic books, it's like their equivalent of like Maze Runner 2. Like that's what
Okay,
Gotham's
no.
like, where it's
That's
like,
okay.
oh,
We can go with Taylor now.
yeah, like
Oh, I
these are the
need
same
to know.
characters, but it's
Man,
not anything.
did
like
you ever play Gotham City Imposters?
Yeah, I did. It was all right, but it's
It's
kinda
more
weird.
of a multiplayer game, right?
Yeah,
So you probably didn't
it's a
like
shooter. No, it's
that
fine.
game was sick.
It's
I
it's
loved
fun.
it.
I'm just not a big shooter fan, but like for what it was in Arkham Origins, they included this multiplayer online shooting game where you like a gang of Batmans or game of Joker and like yeah, it was
Wait, was there a single player aspect to the game?
no, it was just multiplayer. Yeah.
Wasn't it free?
Oh
It
yeah,
went
as
free
long as
eventually.
you, oh yeah, it did go free. At first, it started on like
It
disc,
was like
and then
$20 or
Yeah.
something.
I saw it on
Not
the
worth 20.
store not too long ago.
Yeah.
Or probably a year ago. Probably.
it has like a cult following. Like
Yeah.
it's still
Oh,
played.
yeah, my
It's a
friend,
good
my friend
game.
played it.
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's. I just remember playing it being really underwhelmed, but
Well, you're not much of a multiplayer guy.
I'm not much of a shooter guy. No. Go.
okay.
Unless you're gonna talk about some shooter first.
No.
Okay.
Well, okay. So with Jurassic World already available on digital HD, it's coming out on DVD and all that Blu-ray stuff soon. And I've been looking
Blu-ray stuff.
at all of the special editions they got. Okay. So they got your average steel tin for $16, and I was debating on getting that, but they also
For
have
only 16.
Yeah,
What
I
a
know.
steal.
and that's Blu-ray and DVD. I'm pretty sure.
Nice pun.
They have a limited edition Jurassic World that comes
I
with a
didn't catch on to
T-shirt,
that.
and it has Jurassic World on the T-shirt, and I might go for
Why
that.
do you need that? You already have it tattooed on your chest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I want the shirt and the tattoo.
Oh, okay. So if
So I
it's
can
cold out,
really-
you can still rep the tattoo.
Exactly. Now they also have for $80, you get the movie, and it comes with the T-Rex and Indominus Rex statue.
How
which
big
is
are the
really
statues?
cool?
Life
They're
size?
like the size of our microphone, kind of.
So for
Okay,
the
but you-
listeners,
For the listeners, like, put your hand up to your face.
And if you
Put
if anyone's listening and someone did that, if you're listening to someone else, please hit it.
What if we have one of those 9-year-olds that's just old enough to enter the contest?
Yeah, and they have a small
Yeah.
It's about the size of the Arno Dornian action figure.
About the size of a Pink Floyd cup that you'd get in one of those 4-packs.
From Target Canada.
Anyways, you get a statue. Why don't you get a statue instead of a TV?
Well, I don't have
t-shirt?
$80 to spend on a movie.
That's one video
Not-
game.
not your
Just don't,
favorite
don't
video
buy
game.
Halo 5 and buy that.
Oh, just wait until he gets to his other
That's not
stuff
happening.
later. Just
Just
wait till he gets to
wait.
his other stuff
The
later.
story
He won't
looks
buy
too
his
good.
Jurassic World thing, but he'll buy something else.
Yeah.
That's
That's all at Best Buy. But Jurassic World Special Edition at Walmart, they actually get a lunchbox. A
Dude,
Jurassic World
how much is that
lunchbox.
one?
$24.
Oh, okay,
which
that's
is
the one.
pretty
I'm getting.
awesome. So I'm gonna go
That's
with
the
the
one you need
t-shirt.
to get. No, lunchbox.
Lunchbox.
What type of lunchbox? Does it have like pockets? What are we talking?
No,
I didn't
like
think
a
that
steel
zippers.
tin.
Cooling
Yeah, it's a
system?
steel
It's-
tin lunchbox.
Do you remember the
Ooh, okay.
Fallout lunchbox?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
Jurassic World.
That's cool.
Yeah,
actually.
always go tin.
Okay. And also, there's been confirmation that we're going to get 10 more years of Transformers. Not just from big feature films, but like games and like cartoons and all that. But there is going to be Transformers 5, 6, 7, 8.
They
Waste
cannot
of
do
time.
that.
So-
Yeah.
Waste of
I'm
time.
that's
okay
a lot.
with seeing explosions and robots and all that.
I feel like in the next few years, that's going to get a rude awakening and it's going to start going down. Because I've been theorizing about this, and all movies that keep getting bad ratings and reviews are just bombing at the box office now. So,
Less explosions in
What?
the later sequels.
no, well, yeah, exactly, yeah, and cardboard cutouts. But no,
Give us Shia or give us nothing.
well,
Yeah, isn't he in
Shia
Shia
jail?
Riot.
I think he's in jail right now.
Yeah,
He's
it's
in and
probably-
out.
Wrongly,
He's in and out.
wrongly accused.
Needs to just do it. Break out.
Just do it.
But yeah, I feel like the next one's not going to do well. That's a
Yeah,
prediction.
I gave up on that series after the second one, I think.
Who was the chick in the last one?
I don't know.
From Bates Motel.
It's from,
See, obviously
she's
she wasn't
from-
that hot, and she probably didn't show as much cleavage
She's-
as Megan Fox, so that's
That
probably
doesn't
part
make
of
you
the
hot
problem.
if you show cleavage. You should
No,
be a
but
classy
that's
dude.
what-
She was supposed to be pretending to be
That's
like a
what draws
17-year-old.
guys
Yeah,
though.
she was a younger girl too. She wasn't like
Yeah.
Megan Fox, where she could
So-
like hump the bike or whatever. Like,
See, but that like the Megan Fox thing and like her being a slut is partly what draws guys to go see.
but then they put Mark Wahlberg, so I think it balances out because he's
I
so
don't
bro.
know.
I went for
I don't
Shia.
know.
I went for Shia.
Yeah, I didn't go because I didn't.
Why
want
you
to
go
see
for
Mark
Shia
Wahlberg.
LaBeouf? I
He's a
go
great
away
actor.
from
Shia
Shia
Shia,
LaBeouf.
Shia is amazing.
Yeah, I didn't want to see
Shia's
Mark
surprise.
Wahlberg.
Dude, Shia's surprise.
I'd watch Hayden Christensen any day over Shia LaBeouf. He's the only actor. If I see him, I'll be like, nope, not watching that. Like, I can't. It'll like take me out of it because he's such a little.
Maybe
jerk.
they'll get Hayden Christensen for Transformers
There
5.
we go.
Great.
There we go.
Awesome. Let's do it.
If not, he
I
doesn't
wish,
go.
voice.
so-
I
This
wish
is
I could
voice,
just wish
this
these
is
robots
voice.
away.
The only thing with Shia LaBeouf that I can watch is Even Stevens still. That's the only thing. That's great back in the day. You ever seen the Halloween episode, which we'll talk about in a few weeks, but have you ever seen the Halloween
For-
episode?
I don't remember
That
it.
one?
Yeah. When they,
No.
like...
I
Oh,
don't
they,
That
so.
show was a
Yeah.
classic, though.
We should just watch that before.
Watch all the Halloween specials for all the TV shows.
That,
Proud Family.
Oh god, I don't want to go back and
Yeah,
watch Brown
but
Family.
Boy Meets World, that's some good one. Corey turns into like a werewolf. Anyways,
Oh, I remember that one, yeah.
We'll get, but it's just like he's nervous because it's family. We'll get in that in 2 more weeks. Halloween's coming up, but
Okay. They've got official release dates for all the new Pixar movies coming out.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
Finding Dory is June 17th, 2016.
Oh right,
Cars-
there's gonna be controversy.
Oh yeah.
Why?
Cars 3.
What was that again? Sorry.
Finding Dory is June 17th,
Why is there
2016.
controversy?
Hang on, he's gonna get to no when he gives his whole list.
Okay.
Cars 3 is June 16th, 2017. So that's going to be a pretty big weekend.
What is it?
Cars 3 is June 16th, 2016, and Finding Dory is June 17th.
Wait, didn't you just say
It's-
2017?
Yeah, that's not a big weekend. They come out a year apart.
No, they're both 2016.
What? Cars and
Cars and Finding Dory. I'm
That's
pretty
wrong.
sure.
Cars
Yeah,
was
yeah.
2017.
Yeah, that's wrong.
Oh gosh. My apologies to everyone.
You said 2017.
Oh.
Yeah, you did the first time.
Well, I was very misinformed with my sources. There's a movie called Coco coming out. I'm not 100% sure what that is, but
Is that the dinosaur one?
no, that's The Good Dinosaur.
That
Good
one looks
Dinosaur.
great. That trailer made me cry.
I want to hear
It's
more
on
about
TV.
Coco.
I do
There's
too.
not
I'm
anything
very
much
curious.
known. Oh, that's that one where it's
Sorry,
about like a
Shia LaBeouf.
celebration of life and stuff, and has those nice colors.
Really?
The poster looks really good.
Oh.
Just it's
Well,
Pixar.
That's November 22nd, 2017, if my sources are correct.
Which we all know they aren't.
Toy Story 4, June 15th, 2018. And Incredibles 2, unfortunately, it's June 21st, 2019. So far
That
away.
hurts my face.
When did
Very-
the first
At
one
least
come
we
out?
have a
that.
date, though.
When did
Yeah.
the first one come out, though?
like 15 years ago.
Like 04,
Yeah,
I
I'd say
Yeah.
04.
Because Toy Story
It totally
came
is
out
04
02.
because I just acquired it legally and it said 2004 in the
What came
title.
out in 2003 for Disney? If Toy Story 2 was 02 and that was 04, someone would have had to come
Monsters
in between.
Inc. or something.
Oh, yeah.
Monsters University?
No, Monsters Inc.
That just came
No,
out.
you're right.
Finding
Nemo.
Yeah, Finding Nemo too.
Think
Okay, we
Finding
figured it
Nemo.
out. But anyways,
Finding Nemo 2. What?
No,
No,
Finding Nemo
they-
was around that
Oh,
time.
that
okay, I
and
see what
As,
you
like as well.
he was right about Monsters Inc. Well, because they put in that they put in the Nemo whatever they put Easter egg in. Anyways, that sucks about Incredibles. But what sucks more is the Toy Story Cars thing. Originally, Toy Story was supposed to be out next year, and they pushed it back for Cars. So two reasons it sucks. It's because I want Toy Story 4 now. It's my favorite Pixar
And no one
franchise
cares
of all
about
time.
Cars.
Right
and
now.
no one gives a fucking shit about Cars. No one likes Cars.
My brother, who is 5, is more excited about Cars than anything else on
Well,
that
he's
list.
wrong. That was the
Sorry,
only.
Jesse.
I walked out of the Pixar or Cars when I saw Cars. It was like some school whatever thing, and I walked out halfway through. That's the only Pixar movie I could say legitimately I think is bad and I do not like. And then I didn't see Cars 2, but apparently everyone says that one's awful. So,
I like Cars 2. I'm
Of
still pretty
course, of
upset about
course.
Planes 3.
well, getting canceled.
Never happening.
Well, yeah, because it did terrible.
Wait, there
no
was a
one
Planes
cares.
2?
Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah,
know there was
yeah.
a plane
It went
too.
straight to
Planes
DVD.
and then
Oh
Planes
no, it
Fire
went
and
out for like a
Rescue.
week.
Oh, fire! Yeah, okay.
Boats. When's that coming out?
Anyways,
Train-
Cars.
after trains.
Cars.
After trains.
Oh, okay.
Do you two like Cars?
I like the
no.
first one.
I liked the video game on the Wii.
It was on GameCube too.
It
Was
wasn't.
it?
Oh,
It was. I
awesome.
looked into that.
Why did you like Cars?
I don't know.
I just have
I
to ask
like-
that
I
everyone
like,
likes it.
I liked it when I watched
like-
it, but I don't think I ever
I
saw
like the
it
tow
twice.
track, Mater.
Mater,
Oh.
Mater.
It was
Toe
awesome.
Mater.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cable guy. Anyways, I'm excited about all those movies, but yeah, I want
What
Toy
didn't you
Story
like
more
about Cars? I gotta
Oh,
ask.
Not a good story. It was
Well,
just
how do you know? You
and
didn't
I
even
don't
finish it.
what halfway through. If I get halfway through, I'm like the story sucks, and I don't know. It's just maybe because
It's
I don't.
about him understanding friendship and not being so.
It's very
selfish.
important to
I also
understand
don't
friendship.
like Cars in general, so I'm not
Oh, there
like a
you
Cars
go.
guy.
There
But
you
then,
go.
like, I don't know. I didn't watch 2. I just didn't feel nothing hooked me. I didn't watch it and be like, oh man, I'm not a big cooker, but Ratatouille still had something for me. Like,
Oh,
there's
what
nothing
awesome
that
movie. Favorite Pixar movie.
really.
Really?
Ratatouille?
Wow.
Well, it's
Oh,
definitely
cool.
up there. I love Ratatouille.
Pick your favorite now. Go.
Ratatouille comes to mind.
I'm Toy Story 3 all the way.
3? Really?
Yeah, because it
3 was
That's-
my least
They
favorite.
almost
What?
died.
I didn't even
How
like
could
it.
you
Yeah,
not like it?
I'm not a
It was
fan.
awful.
They
No
almost
story.
died. Why? What's wrong with 3, you guys?
Did
you not cry when Andy said bye?
Well, like he
No,
was too
actually,
grown
I
up.
didn't.
I like the original. I'm an original
So
guy.
long.
I
like-
can't
love
fault
the-
you. They're like my 3
Yeah,
favorite.
like
but I
like
have-
Toy Story 1 was amazing. Toy
I
Story
didn't
2
even-
was
I
all
remember
right,
how-
and then
I
Toy
was gonna
Story
say, I
3.
didn't even remember what Toy Story 2 was about. It's
Toy
just
Story
been
2 is my
put
least
out.
favorite. You
Jesse.
see,
With
you
Jesse,
find
the-
2 better than 3.
Yes.
Think about the adventures. Think about the daycare
See,
scene. That was
yeah,
great.
I
And like the
hated that.
monkey, the monkey's awesome. And when you think the toys are gonna die, that's emotional.
But you know they're not gonna die.
You don't know
Oh,
that
no,
because they said
that
it was
was
gonna be the
legit,
last.
like-
They said at that
Whoa,
point
whoa.
it was gonna be the last.
You're spiking audacity. Give it.
Sorry.
Relax,
At that-
relax.
At that
Take a
point,
screenshot of that right
At
now.
that point, they said it was the last Toy Story. We're not making another one. And then they had this idea come. They said, "Oh, we'll do another one." But at that point, they said no more Toy Story. So you did think there's? I thought there's a chance they could die because Disney does all the time. They killed thousands of fish babies in Nemo in the first 2 minutes. They killed Carl Fredricksen's wife right away, and
Yeah,
it's
but
one of the
those
most
aren't,
depressing things
those
ever.
aren't characters that you have like emotional attachments to.
I cried it up. I had emotional
Woody
attachment.
died too.
What?
Remember that story? I had that toy. The Woody died.
Oh, right. They sent
died.
down the thing. But anyway.
All this talk of Toy Story just makes me super sad.
But like those were people. If they're
He's
gonna
already
kill
dead.
people and fish, like look at Lion King. Like they kill Mufasa off. Like they kill people off all the time.
Mufasa.
And if it's the last one,
Mufasa.
like I thought the toys
Hashtag
were in
Mufasa.
danger.
Hashtag Mufasa.
Anyways, 3's my favorite. What's your favorite Pixar movie? Not Disney, Pixar.
Not Disney Pixar, just Pixar.
Yeah. Disney for me is Lion King all the time.
Yeah, Disney's Lion King 100%.
No way.
No.
Not for Taylor.
Not Lion King, though.
Ratatouille.
Okay, anyways, what's your
Ratatouille.
Pixar? Ratatouille. What's your Pixar one before we get off topic?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of what I know is for sure Pixar and not
Yeah, I need,
Disney
like, a
Pixar.
list of-
Yeah.
It's Toy
Reference.
Story and Beyond, not counting Frozen and the Princess and the Frog. Those were just Disney ones, and Frozen's technically a Disney one. It's not even Pixar.
Who was yours, Kirkland? Give me a second to process here.
Just go to him. I need a second too.
Okay, Dylan.
Ratatouille. No, I'm just kidding. Just messing with you. I'd probably say Incredibles or
Yeah, that's
Oh,
like
that
fourth on my
or
list.
Monsters Inc. They're tied for me.
They're so good, all of them. And Up, for me, I really love Up. It's a good adventure movie, good story.
Yeah, I really liked Up, but I'd probably say Monsters Inc.
Yeah.
or Incredibles.
Yeah,
Just because at the time, those were like, I would watch that every day.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
They just killed it. There's
Oh, yeah.
so many, it's so good when you have to debate. Like, you could go back and forth all
Oh,
the
yeah.
time. And, like,
Oh, yeah.
Incredibles, that's so good. Like, I think it's, like, it might be in the top 5 for, like, greatest, like, just superhero movies ever. Like, it's so good. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hey, have you figured it out?
I'm guessing just based on your guys's that it'd probably be Incredibles. I like Monsters Inc., but I don't know.
Did you say you liked University more than Inc.? Someone said that.
Kirkland.
No,
thought
I said I liked Inc. more than University.
Oh,
'Cause
I
I,
think
said,
it-
I said I didn't like
Someone
University.
said
Probably
they liked
Taylor, then.
University more.
We'll go
I don't
back
have
and
a
listen.
say on
I'm
that.
gonna catch you. No. I don't know. I love Ink more. I like Universities a lot. I think it's really good still, but I think Ink is better. Like,
Oh yeah.
I just loved it. I love that they're at like the big like Monsters Incorporation thing. And
Oh,
they have,
yeah.
like the doors that they go through.
Well, that last chase scene is great at the end. when
Yeah,
they're going through
exactly.
all the doors.
Yeah,
and
that
it's,
was
like,
awesome.
The southern place, and then the beach, and then like
It was amazing.
you bump into the bottom of snowman.
And then when she goes to open up the door
And
or
Kitty's
the
gone.
closet and Kitty's gone.
yeah, so sad.
There's also Wally. I forgot about Wally.
Oh,
Wally's really good,
Wally's
too.
so good.
That's another good one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not my favorite for some reason, but it is really good.
It's good. It's kind of hard. There's not like dialogue at all, right? It's a lot of just
Yeah,
sitting there in silence watching.
yeah.
It's a really good one. Sadly enough, when I went to Disneyland in May, there is 0 Wally toys anywhere in Disneyland or California Adventure. I asked every store, and
I
there
feel
was-
it was popular with kids, but not as much as like the other ones.
apparently they only had it for a couple of months when it came out, and they just dropped it.
I don't think I've seen the full thing of Wally. I remember watching to the part where they get to the humans and they're just like fat on the couches basically. But I just don't remember the ending.
Yeah,
I completely forgot about it until you mentioned it, honestly.
I don't even know if I've seen
Well,
it. I can't remember it.
You should. The movie's a huge foreshadow to the human race.
Spoiler.
so is Terminator. Go ahead.
We'll have to have a Disney night or something.
Yeah.
sometime and just watch movies.
Inside Out, apparently.
Inside Out is so good, actually.
It was
That's
actually
another
good.
one. It's
You've
tough.
seen it?
Yeah, it's
I
really,
really
good.
want to see it.
Really, really good.
I think he's seen it.
Yeah.
It's
Just read reviews.
amazing.
So good.
Yeah, no, it's really good. It's another Pixar. I think probably the most franchise makes me cry.
Yeah, I want to see that one. I haven't seen
Yeah.
gotten to it yet though.
It's
Is it
really-
out still in theaters?
I think so. It's hard to describe, but it's real. It's
Go to the cheap theater when it goes there.
Mhm.
On the west
Yeah,
side.
it looks like out of
$2.
all the stuff that's out, it's basically Incredibles is.
we didn't talk about Brave. We didn't talk about. That's why I think like that 2000 or 1989 like 2010 is like that best stuff because like other than you, no one really talked about Ratatouille. Wally's talked
I
about
didn't
a
like
bit.
Ratatouille though.
I didn't.
So...
That's one of my least favorite ones. Like, not that I don't like it. I think it's still good, but like with Cars,
I
hate
remember
Cars.
liking it, but I just never
I love the game.
felt the need to go back to it.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, the game was awesome.
And I felt no need to talk about Brave. Brave wasn't.
That wasn't.
anything.
Never
A lot of
seen it.
people loved it, and when I watched it, I was like, "Oh yeah, it's good," but not like people really like amped it up for me, and I was like, "No, not for me."
I've never
What
seen
about the
it.
originals?
What? Oh well, that's the
Taxman,
greatest one of
greatest
all time.
villain of all time.
Yeah. Cool. Let's not
Okay.
get into the originals.
I want to talk about the Star Wars Battlefront Beta next.
Who played that?
Pew pew pew.
Yeah, who played that? Did any of you
I
guys
watch
play
I
it?
watch some streams, but I don't have a PlayStation. So.
My friend had it and told me not to play it.
What?
Why?
He said the graphics were amazing, but you basically get in, you have a blaster pistol, and everyone has like way better guns, and it's just so OP.
No,
You just gotta rank up.
It's not OP. It's just how you play.
He played it like for half an hour, and he said it wasn't worth it.
Well, no wonder he didn't get anything good. Obviously,
Sounds like a casual.
Yeah.
Don't be casual. Taylor's gonna take offense to this. No, I played it. I liked it a lot. I think it's definitely a game that will get me back into playing first-person shooters. It helps that Star Wars, so when you're running, you just hear the Star Wars music and you get pumped. But
Amped.
yeah, let's
And
get
sound
amped up.
effects of the
Straight
guns.
pants.
Yeah, like stuff
Yeah.
like that and the walkers. So I'm really excited. Playing the heroes is fun, and yeah, I'm excited for November when it comes out. I enjoyed it a lot. Lots of people were saying they extended a day because they were crashing. Mine barely crashed. There's a
Mine
few
didn't
times
crash.
it crashed, but not like enough where I was feeling problems. Like every once in a while there'd be like and you'd be like, I found it a lot when I was flying. I'd be flying and all of a sudden my TIE fighter like, you killed yourself.
Really?
Yeah, a couple times. When I'd get like close, it would like glitch and like send me into the mountain.
Oh,
Which I think is
gosh.
stupid that you can't just crash into people and kill them.
You can.
I saw that Darth Vader. I saw that Darth Vader video.
You saw that? Darth Vader's
He
like...
died.
There's this clip for all you guys listening. Darth Vader's standing there and he's deflecting lasers and you hear a yell and an A-wing just drops and smashes into him and explodes.
What? It
You
didn't
just-
work?
you
See,
know
maybe that
he's
was a
dead.
glitch with me, because anytime I crashed anything, it didn't kill anybody.
Really? Because
Yeah.
then the only problem I had was when I'd use the jump pack, I'd kind of glitch for a second, but then I'd be
Yeah.
fine. But in the air, everyone was trying to ram each other. Like in the footage I put up on the GeekVerse page, I was in the X-wing and I'm flying, and I shoot down a TIE fighter, and he's coming in to hit me, and I just dodge out of the way. And I love the dodge. I love dodging in the
Yeah.
fighters. That's so much
See,
fun.
is the flying as bad as you thought it was? You're like, stupid minigame. It's gonna be
Disorienting.
hard.
So disorienting.
Yeah.
It reminds me a lot of Battlefront's original...
First one?
Well, no, the second one. The
Oh, right,
Space
because they didn't
Battles.
have space battles. the
Yeah,
first one.
it reminds me a lot of that. Like, you have to hit a button to have that lock on, which is just like in Space Battles in Battlefront 2, which I kind of like. But the flying took a little bit to get used to, like
Yeah.
accelerating and decelerating and all
I
that.
switched it to the inverted too.
I didn't do that.
I did.
should have
It's a lot
tried that.
easier. And I put the sensitivity gun to 100, because that's the only complaint they'll have, is you move around way too quick in that game to like
Can
shoot
you
people.
turn the auto aim off?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Because
But
I didn't
It
mind.
helps
the auto aim.
sometimes, but then I feel like it doesn't, because it doesn't. It's not like Metal Gear auto aim where it like follow the guy. Like with this, like you get there, and then if he moves,
You have to move it.
Yeah.
To follow. Yeah. I
and
don't
it
mind
sucks,
it.
the sensitivity.
I don't
in my
mind it. I
opinion.
like it. I can't remember what my sensitivity was at, but there is so much fun stuff. There's another scene where this stormtrooper's running. You might have seen this if you've seen a lot of these clips, but the stormtrooper's running and Luke Skywalker is force jumping, getting closer and closer, and the stormtrooper backs up and Luke Skywalker lands right there, and an AT-AT foot comes out of nowhere and crushes him down. And you're like, holy crap, did you
I
see
haven't
that?
seen it, no.
Oh, it's
I just
so
saw
There,
saw
there is a
that
fear
one.
when
You saw
you're
that one?
a stormtrooper or a rebel and like someone's playing as Luke as Darth, and you just know you're so screwed. Like
Oh,
you just
yeah.
hope you have a grenade, because that's the only thing I've been able to kill people with.
I don't know. There was one of the other scenes that I put up. Like, you see Luke Skywalker jumping, and then we're all shooting him, and by the time he dies, you see there's like 7 of us stormtroopers just go right up to him, and we're all guys are shooting at him, making sure he's
Well,
dead.
That's a waste of bullets.
Well, there's no bullets
And
in
it
the game.
overheats though.
It overheats, yeah.
It's a waste of the heating mechanism.
Heating mechanism.
I heard it was pretty buggy though. Like you said, like when the heroes die, they basically just sit there for a couple seconds. So everyone's just shooting at them for no
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah, people teabag too.
Yeah,
I don't
and
think
it's
that's buggy. I think some of that's just people being stupid.
well.
Because you don't. Once he's laying down on the ground, you know
True.
he's dead. So
Yeah.
why are they still shooting at him?
Just to be an asshole.
Yeah, but no, I liked it. Obviously, I pre-ordered it, so I'm excited. It's probably the only first-person shooter I'll play this year, and I like it. Star Wars. I feel you definitely need that jetpack though to move around. I hate playing the game without
I
it.
didn't need it. I
It's
mean,
difficult
I
because your guy's pretty slow. When you get a jetpack, you just go. But when you're just running,
Yeah.
like especially on Hoth, you're just like. If you're the stormtroopers, you do so much running on that map.
Do they have mounts like they did in Battlefront 2? Where they had like
mounts,
the
tauntauns.
Yeah.
No,
None of that.
Oh, that's
no
lame.
tauntauns.
You
I
know, I'm not even
do
getting
the
it anymore.
You do the AT&T.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
AT-ATs you don't get to control. You just get to operate the guns.
Oh, that sucks.
But you get to call in
The
orbital
second one you
strikes.
could.
I know.
No, that's the walkers get to control the guns. The AT-ATs you get to walk.
AT-ATs, no, the big 4-legged walkers, you don't get to control where they
The
walk.
giant
They
walking
move on
camels.
their own. And you're timed. You
What are
have,
the
like,
little ones called?
ATSTs. You get to
Oh,
control
okay.
those.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sorry.
I love their arsenal, too.
Yeah,
Their weapons
I
are
killed
pretty
so
cool.
many people with like the little machine guns.
Mhm.
Yeah, I had a
Mhm.
good kill streak going.
I think the story mode to it will be really cool. Because
Yeah.
Battlefront always has good. Or,
There is no story mode.
there's not?
No.
I don't even think I'm going to
See,
get this
I wasn't,
game, honestly.
I wasn't sure about the story mode. Like,
There's
I heard
single
mixed
player like
things.
missions or whatnot. There's single player missions and whatnot, but no like it's just story mode.
Okay. You'll
I
enjoy-
probably won't even buy
You'll
this game.
you'll
I'm not
enjoy
even-
it, just the multiplayer alone and survival
enjoy
mode.
it.
Survival mode even by itself was so much fun. Like when I was
I'll wait
playing,
for it to go down in price.
Yeah, I feel like it just depends. If you really love Star Wars, you'll want to get it, but if not, you can wait.
I mean, I really like Star Wars, but
It might be
I
worth
have
it,
Battlefront 2 on Steam. Like, I'll just
Yeah.
be playing that, honestly.
though. Yeah.
I love that game.
I can see them like I don't know. They probably could have gotten away with not calling it Star Wars Battlefront because it's not exactly like
Star
the
Wars
original
Battlefield.
It's it's like its own brand new Star Wars shooter in a sense.
Well, yeah,
it's
because
not.
it's a different publisher now.
Yeah, so I don't know. like,
Developer, sorry.
I guess call it Battlefront as a remake, but they could have called it something else entirely if they wanted.
No, I think they want that name.
They want that name.
Yeah, money. You have more news about that we're gonna get into here?
Not about Battlefront, but I got
Not about
something else.
Battlefront? You don't want to talk about the ridiculous season pass?
Oh yeah, well,
How many players played the?
the beta it was 9 million. I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
I already knew. I
Decent
just
chunk
wanted
of
you to
people.
announce
I
to
mean-
everyone.
For the season's pass,
Shut
though,
up, mind trick.
the season's pass, I don't think 50 is that bad of a price because that's how much Battlefield
kidding
season's
me?
pass is.
That's like another game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That- I said
you
that.
guys don't play Battlefield or shooters, so it's I'm on a different like.
Have they already
building here
announced how many
talking.
DLCs are coming out?
Well, it's usually about 4 or 5 DLCs.
Usually, but no. What was his question? Have they specifically announced what we're getting with the season pass, or what?
That's,
How many maps?
Okay, no, for
Is
that
there
same
one deal-
price, you can go buy the Lego Dimensions and get like actual figures and
No,
something
you can't. Remember, it's 110.
to. Yeah, but it's 50 for the season's pass.
Oh, you're
Plus,
saying if you don't buy Battlefront?
yeah.
Well, I still want Battlefront. I just won't buy the season
Yeah, but
pass.
this is. It's not going to be a problem because.
I don't know. I don't think it's worth it for an extra 50. That's just.
I don't know, but I still just want the game. Like I'm not. I'm
Yeah,
going to
but
buy the
then-
game. I'm not buying the DLC, like season pass. I just want the $60 game. Like when I played with the beta,
$60 game. Good luck with
whatever,
that.
70,
It-
whatever.
80 maybe.
Yeah.
No, it was
80.
because I did the special Amazon pre-order. Ballin'.
It won't be a problem because it's made by Dice, and Dice
It won't be
with
a problem.
Battlefield, there were millions of people that still bought the season
You
pass.
haven't asked it, but that doesn't matter. You didn't answer this question. What have they announced?
Well, they haven't asked anything, and
It's $50.
But that's-
$50 for
Nothing.
mystery. Yeah.
you
Hold
know,
on,
they have one
you know,
No,
DLC.
I don't know.
Don't they already have
Yeah,
one coming
you're
out, though?
pre-ordering A New Hope.
DLC. It's just a pre-order bonus. I'm
Oh,
like
okay.
the Battle of Jakku. That's
Why
what
would they
I'm
announce a
referring to.
price without any information? That's weird.
It's like announcements.
That's
for
a
announcements.
third of BB-8 if you buy
Third
that.
of BB-8. No, that's okay. No, like they did the same with Battlefield. It's,
So you're saying you don't have $80 to spend to get the collector's edition with
That's
the figure?
what I was
and-
talking about earlier. When you
But-
talk about Jurassic World, you could not
because
buy
I'm putting my money into Battlefront instead of
That's
the.
definitely priority for Mr. Taylor.
It is priority.
But the DLC for I don't know, it's gonna in a year you're not gonna play it anymore. Where you still have a
Well, I
figure.
think
I'd
Yeah.
rather pay $50 than $15 for a DLC making. There's gonna be 4 DLCs because that's
what you're guessing.
That's with every single shooter
You're
that
gonna
I've come to
assume that
know.
there's
It's 4
4.
DLCs, even with the Battlefield.
different game. This is Battlefront. It's Star Wars.
I know, but
Disney's involved, man.
I'm pretty confident because every shooter's done it like that. And
All
if
these words, pretty confident.
We'll see in a couple months,
Because
though.
like
We'll
if you
see in a
think
couple
about it,
months.
if it's the season's pass is supposed to save you money.
How
And
much
each
is
DLC is usually around $15 for shooters. So if there's 4 DLCs, that's $60. So I can see a season's pass being.
How much are they usually? For
Season-
like a Battlefield or something?
For a season's pass?
Yeah.
For like Battlefield, I paid the same price for Battlefield 3, $50. I mean, and they didn't even announce much. They said like at the beginning, like you get a couple of early pre-order guns, and also if you get the season's pass, you do get 2 weeks early access to each DLC. So that's not that bad. That was the same with Battlefield as well. People who were holders of the season's pass got 2 weeks early access.
yeah, but if it's weren't you saying it's just multiplayer? There's not like really storyline.
There's no storyline.
So
Yeah,
then
but
if
the
they're not
DLC is
releasing
never-
but if they're not releasing like extra missions for like storyline wise, you're getting early access to maps, which doesn't really mean anything because if there's more
that's
players on.
huge though for especially for Battlefield fans, which I'm pretty sure it's the
But
majority of Battlefront players will be
I don't
Battlefield
think so.
players.
I don't
I
think
think
so.
so.
I don't play Battlefield at all. I'm playing
Yeah.
Battlefront.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I've never
because
played Battlefield.
you guys are Star Wars fans. But
But
I'm
that's what I
saying,
mean.
like, most of the people from Battlefield that didn't like Hardline, they're gonna love this because it's another.
I think you're too
Style
positive
they
on
want.
this.
No,
I do too.
I'm serious. And like,
Because all the stuff you've said so far has not sold me on the $50 yet. It was maybe cheaper, maybe, but nothing has
Okay,
screamed
but
$50.
why would I pay extra to get the maps 2 weeks early when you really almost want more people so that way you get a faster queue and better level match?
what do you mean?
Like usually
Getting
when
the
Less people will be playing the maps.
because you get
Yeah, but I still think that there's going to be enough people who have the DLC and who don't. I feel like you'll still be able to find matches, though. I think enough
Oh,
people
yeah.
have
For the early
And it's
access?
Yeah.
dedicated servers
I'm sure there
too.
will be. Obviously, you'll be able to get on, but it just
And
doesn't
if-
make a difference to me because if there's more people, then I'm gonna get a faster queue anyway. Really?
And if coming like
I don't
can see
think queues
them-
are going to be an issue for Battlefield.
What they did with Battlefield 2 is they allowed you to host your own servers, and I'm pretty confident they'll do that.
but
Again,
this is
confident.
Battlefield and Battlefront.
Yeah,
are-
but it's the exact same company. So I mean, even with the DLCs for Battlefield, there was no campaign.
If anything,
stuff.
this conversation has talked me out of buying the game.
I still want the game. I have no problem with the game because even when I play from what was on the game and then the missions that are still on the disc, I would pay $60 or $70, whatever it is, for that. Like,
But
I had lots of fun actually playing the game, but I just don't think $50. I think that's a little high because it is basically $20 away from another game. and
I'm
I would
not
just rather
huge
do
on
that.
just like online versus.
I'm not
there's no
either. It's
storyline,
just Star
and I don't
Wars.
like Battlefield. So
Yeah.
for me, that's kind of talked me out of it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Way
I
to
guess
go.
It just it
Todd
depends.
Kirkland and Jessica Adams. Way to go.
It depends on, I guess, what you're aiming for. If you're not into the multiplayer, then there's nothing I can really say because this game is hugely based on multiplayer, just like Battlefield was, and I'm sold on that because like I was playing the beta
Yeah, well,
with all
you
my
love
friends.
Battlefield and COD, so for you, this is
I like
same
game, Battlefield
different
to an
skin.
extent. I like Battlefield 3.
Extent.
Battlefield 4, I kind of was starting to lose it. Hardline, I didn't even want to get into.
But did you?
No.
Okay,
I wasn't interested in that at all. So I know I'm not the only one because a lot of my friends and people I've talked to are the same way. So, and especially because now that
But we're all your friends
Battlefront-
here right now.
No, I mean other gaming friends that I have are still on the island.
Shutter Island.
So,
Shutter Island.
They never made it out.
Just waiting.
so then, is it basically, do you think, going to be just Battlefield in a different skin?
Honestly, I would say you could get away with saying that.
I don't know about that though.
So then, yeah,
I could say like it's got a lot of original Battlefront elements, like switching
I mean, Battlefront.
switching between the first third person aspects, like and
Yeah,
gameplay and
thank
stuff
God.
like that. It's got a lot of that, but I mean, it is like a battle. It's got a lot of Battlefield.
I feel
elements.
like you actually might have to be more skilled though for Battlefield. Star Wars, you can literally in third person just shoot, and like that's what everyone said. Like, don't aim because it doesn't help with. Like, don't like use your sights because it doesn't help with your
You're a
aiming.
stormtrooper. Makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly. So, yeah. Well, we'll see, but I won't be buying that unless they announce like I don't know.
It's up to if you
You can
want
play
to get
Boba
into
Fett
the
and everything.
multiplayer. I'm sure they'll have guns. I mean, same thing they did with Battlefield.
Just-
but-
I'm fine with those
curiosity.
4 guns though.
Do, th-
Go ahead.
do they still have like the Mos Eisley assault thing where you're just like the heroes?
I don't know.
We
They're,
don't
they're
know.
doing a hero mode.
Because I
though.
heard about that
There's a hero
really early,
hunt,
and
but
that's
they
what
haven't-
that's what made me excited for the game, basically. Because I had so much fun playing that on Battlefront 2.
Yeah.
Play enough that you get to play as either the hero or the villain.
Yeah, like they have like hero villains, and then you shoot, and then you choose your hero.
It's
Where
just
it's
the
like in
stadium,
this,
yeah.
like in the beta you guys were talking about, it's you play as like the stormtroopers, and then you like unlock the hero. or
Yeah,
something.
you just actually
Find
find it
them.
randomly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, see, like, they always had that in Battlefront 2, but there's also a mode where it's like you go to Mos Eisley and you're only the heroes, and that was so much fun.
That was my favorite one. Like I said,
Yeah.
I love playing Stormtroopers, but that was the shit.
Oh, yeah,
you
like-
play as Darth Maul versus like Luke Skywalker.
Oh, yeah.
It was
And,
great.
like, even if you weren't a Jedi, you could just be like Boba Fett. And, like, that was so much fun. Just,
Yeah.
like, sniping guys from, like, far out. But if they don't have that, that's
don't think
another
they
thing
will.
that, yeah.
Because I think there's only 6 heroes in general. Because you heard who the other heroes are that got
Well,
leaked.
I didn't see any leaked. I thought Han Solo would be popping.
Well,
into
he is,
it.
but the PC hackers got into the code and they found
Oh,
they
those
found Han
damn
Solo,
PC hackers.
Leia's in there, and apparently the Emperor is too.
The
They
Emperor?
probably have the new guys, too,
Yeah.
right? From the new
No,
ones?
because it's just the original film.
Really?
Yeah, but it's
Wow.
supposed
They'll
to get
probably have a
DLC.
DLC. Yeah, they'll probably have a
yeah, I
DLC.
guess
yeah,
DLC.
maybe.
But for originally what's intended in the game, those 3 were the Emperor,
Yeah.
Solo, and Leia. So I'd like to play as the Emperor.
That'd be
Leia's
pretty
gonna
cool.
kind of be weird unless she's like in her where's the Ewok planet? What is it?
Endor.
Yeah,
clothes?
she needs that.
Yeah,
she's
not
just
her
walking around as a
robes like in
princess.
Battlefront 2.
Yeah, Battlefront 2, she had the princess outfit.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think that's handy. There's no armor. It's just a cloth.
Don't get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see them doing DLC for the new Force Awakens.
They're doing it for Infinity,
characters.
so
Yeah, because I mean, the Battle of Jakku is DLC, and
Yeah.
that could have
I don't think any of the only one I could see in there is being Poe because he's a X-Wing Ranger or whatever. The rest of them, Rey shouldn't be doing anything. But anyways,
That's another thing too. If you're saying it's the same company as Battlefield, and you feel that everyone from Battlefield's going to move to Battlefront, and even in the beta, that they're already talking about, you know, people are teabagging and stuff like that. I don't want to be a part of that community. Battlefield and COD have the worst, aside from LoL, have the worst like player community. So why
So
would
true.
why would you want to be a part of that?
I just want to shoot people as stormtroopers.
Yeah.
I won't play it.
Me
But
too.
There's tons of people
mostly-
teabagging in Halo.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
You could-
that's
you
pretty
could-
much
you could
what
honestly
started
but
it.
make-
Halo
I was gonna
actually
say
has a
I've heard more
storyline.
about Halo than the two you suggested,
But-
COD. But Halo, that's where it started.
That's where it started.
that-
But they
In
have.
Red
Halo,
versus blue.
literally, you stick to the person and they get pulled up with you. Like, there's extensive
But
teabag
there's at least
mechanics.
storyline to play.
Star
if you
Wars
don't
has
want to play
yeah,
online.
well,
Yeah.
yeah.
If I don't
But I
want
mean,
to
if
play
you want to play
online, I
online,
can
just
go.
do survival then, because there's a ton of survival missions that are coming out.
And that's one thing that I don't know what it's like. I didn't play the beta, but with Halo they have like level matching, so that way if I'm only level 2, they'll match me with other people around the same level, so I'm not playing with D-bags that I can't beat, and they're gonna sit there and trash talk me.
I didn't pay too much attention, but all the games I played seemed pretty like even. There's maybe only a couple of games I could count on my hand, like when it felt like, oh, we got creamed. But most of the time, it felt like, okay, we could still win this.
Yeah, and the games are really objective based. It's not about getting the kills first
No,
to
it's
100
not.
kills. It's
And that's what I do
objective.
like. Yeah,
It's like,
Like-
Battlefield Online.
Yeah.
See, like, I had Battlefield 4, and I really like the mechanics of it, but I only played the storyline. And I played it twice, because I liked the storyline. But then I tried the online, and I'm like, I feel like I really have to spend time into this.
You need
You do.
friends, too. Like, you need
Yeah.
an actual squad.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a huge
Squad?
part of it. Like when I got into
Squad
Battlefield
goals?
3, I had my squad of 4 people, and it was so much fun going in there and each one a different class and setting up your plan and just going in to take out the enemy. It was a blast.
I definitely think it'll be successful, though, Battlefront.
Oh
Well,
yeah.
you can buy
Yeah.
it,
It's
Taylor,
gonna
and
kill.
you can do a review for us.
It's
I'm
just,
fine.
I'm not
too.
the only one buying
Yeah,
it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
just-
excited. I still want to play. I just think the DLC is a little outrageous, but the same way I thought Batman DLC was outrageous, but I'm not going to not buy Batman. I just might not buy the DLC. Batman, I bought the DLC because that's my favorite franchise, but I don't know.
Just wait a year until they do like a collector's edition
I
or
couldn't
the
wait a
game
year
of the
for
year.
Batman though.
No, I'm not talking about Batman. I'm talking
Oh.
about
I
Battlefront.
can't wait for that
See,
too.
that's
I
what I
love
mean.
Star
That's
Wars.
probably what I would
Star Wars is
do.
one of my favorite franchises all time.
I'm
And
used to the $50. I mean, because I've been
He's used
like
to
all the
paying.
shooters I've been playing. Seasons Pass is always about $50, so I'm used to it.
Yeah, and maybe it's just for me because I don't like shooters. I just can't justify spending that on a shooter. For me, that's probably why too. So, what else? Move away from
Yeah, let's move away.
Battlefront. That took a lot longer than I expected.
There's another Assassin's Creed book coming out, the 8th novel, and it's a prequel to Syndicate. So I'm pretty excited about that. I have all the novels. I'm looking forward to that. And
Wait, is the new one Syndicate or Unity?
Syndicate.
Oh,
That's the newest
Unity's
one.
the shitty one, remember?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, Syndicate's the one with the chick that goes
with
invisible.
with Arnold Dorian.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
the
then
aggressive
the
brother.
aggressive
Yeah,
guy.
the
The guy with a lot of testosterone.
Oh, you won't like me when I'm testosterone.
That
You
was-
won't like me when I'm
He's a
testosterone.
Oh,
He's not a smart guy. What can I say?
And
I know I ask that question every time you bring up
that's
Assassin's
okay.
Creed, but
That's
I
all
just can't
good.
remember.
That's what I'm here for. Assassin's
Good.
Creed is also said to be on same level as Blade Runner and Batman Begins.
No, that's not what they said. That's what they're aiming for. It's not like people went to go see and said, "Oh, this is like Blade Runner or Batman
They
Begins."
said
That's what
it's
they're
supposed
aiming
to. They
for.
said it's supposed to be there.
Yeah, but
That's
then
what I read.
I'm not going to trust
Oh
the
my
people
God.
that are
Come
the people that are making it to say,
That
"Hey,
is just harsh bias. right
hey,
there,
it's like
Taylor.
the second
what I
greatest
read on the
Batman
internet."
movie of all time, and it's maybe the greatest sci-fi movie of all time." That's what this movie's like.
U-
From the people
Ubisoft-
that are making it,
Ubisoft knows what they're doing.
they're not. They don't have a hand in
okay, I wouldn't
this.
go
That's,
that
that's
far.
not what Unity says.
They didn't say spectacular things about Unity.
No.
They put the game out and then
No, but you
boom.
said that they know what they're doing, but not
Oh, yeah.
according
Don't
to
make
Unity.
me want this movie to be bad, Taylor.
No, it's gonna be good. Michael
That's
Fassbender.
biased.
Michael
Yeah, I know. That's the
Fassbender.
only reason you're like, I don't hate on it. But them saying it, oh, it's like these two movies, means nothing. Fantastic Four was supposed to be like Alien. It was not
said
like
that?
Alien. The fucking director.
They already
just
confirmed
like-
a second it was going to be so good.
Yeah, they already announced a second. So
Well, obviously they needed Michael Fassbender in Fantastic Four.
they're only in
They
2
would've taken a
months. You
different
need to
spin.
wait. It's the same thing as Warcraft. 6 months in, we started to hear about problems. You need to wait. It's still only 2 months. Once you get to the 6 month mark, then we'll hear. If it's there's no word or anything, then it's going good. But if it's like, oh, there's trouble on the set, then you're in trouble.
I
So
don't
it's
think
6
they'll have
months you
trouble.
have to wait.
They got good cast there.
That doesn't mean anything. Fantastic Four had an amazing cast. Four of the greatest up and comers that we have, and that's one of the worst movies of all time. It can happen. I've seen it
We'll
happen. Spider-Man 3, X-Men 3.
You actually reminded me
Batman
of
and
something I want
Robin.
to talk about.
George Clooney was in Batman
All
and
right,
Robin.
Travis, relax. It's all good.
He has to get through his head that this movie could be bad. This is what I hate. He just knows.
What did I do?
Okay, it's not going to be bad for Taylor. It'll be bad for the rest of us, but Taylor will love it because Taylor loves
It's
everything.
gonna be so good.
Go.
What do you think about? I can't remember his name, but the guy playing possibly Boba Fett.
I'm excited for Michael B. Jordan, but I just don't feel like they need a big actor, and he's kind of on the way to being a big actor. The guy that played Johnny Storm, is rumored to play Boba Fett. The guy that said this black actor can't play a white character. Now he's gonna play Boba Fett.
How do you feel about the fact that he needs to?
He doesn't look like what he looked like.
Jango Fett.
He doesn't look like Jango Fett.
He looks Filipino.
He kind of looked Hispanic in Clone Wars.
I wouldn't mind if he never takes the helmet off, because Boba Fett never takes the
But
helmet off.
then they shouldn't cast
originally.
Michael B. Jordan, who's gonna be a big deal in a couple of years. Why spend
Maybe
the
just
extra
to
money?
have his name, I guess.
But if
I
he's
don't know.
wearing that mask the whole time, it's stupid. I like it because it's him, but I don't know why they need it.
What do you
His
think
height.
of the rumor? What do you think of him possibly being a character who kills the original Boba Fett and just dons his gear that they've talked about?
I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
Because then, I feel like we're getting into shot down. But I feel like we're getting into prequel territory of oh yeah, Boba Fett. This whole character all along was not Boba Fett. He got killed somewhere. It's the same way people had this awful idea about after Heath Ledger passed away. They had this idea of the third Batman having another person play the Joker, or kill Heath Ledger's Joker and say he was the real Joker the whole time. You can't just make up shit as you go along, and that's what that sounds like. Because he's not that certain race, we're gonna kill him off, and now we can cast this guy. Because to me, the Fets kind of looked Hispanic, and Michael B. Jordan
He was
Yeah,
the original
he's,
actor was
African-American.
Scottish Irish.
Yeah,
Irish.
so he's not an African American. So I think that's just one of those rumors that came out. It's completely false.
But we've also talked about that different races are okay. It's just not different genders. So.
It's okay, but it's weird from I don't know. It would just
At
be
this
weird.
point, Boba Fett never takes the
I'd be okay
helmet
with
off. So if you're gonna have a different actor play Boba Fett, he's got to keep the helmet on and everything.
And I don't think he would in a Boba Fett movie, though. If he just gets his own movie, that helmet will come off.
Well, I'm just saying, if he pulls the helmet off and he's black, not to be racist, I'm gonna be like, well, what happened to the clone?
Yeah, it would be a little strange.
Was he genetically modified?
Yeah.
Did Django want a black
It's
son?
not like James
White son?
Bond. It's not like where James Bond, if you get Idris Elba, you're oh, new Bond. Okay, cool. This is who it is. But it's kind of weird. It's like if you go from one movie to the next, and all of a sudden,
Harry Potter.
Yeah, if Daniel Radcliffe was replaced by Donald
No, they
Glover.
did that with
Dumbledore.
Yeah,
But different.
No, with the
they did with Dumbledore.
no Malfoy's homie.
Oh, Crab and Goyle?
Yeah.
But they didn't
Yeah.
change skin colors.
Yes.
Yeah, he
did
did.
They did. The
Oh.
guy
Yeah.
went to jail.
That's what I
and
mean.
So they got a black guy. And everyone's like, "What is up with this?"
You can do it in a role, but in a role that's continuity, you can't do that. That's just too weird.
And they didn't even really mention it at all.
No.
It was just kind of.
I mean, no one cares about that
happened.
character.
Honestly, now
but
that you
Spell
guys
went
mention
wrong.
that, I never knew who that was until
Spell
now.
went
Yeah.
wrong.
Actually, I'm just okay.
I'm green now.
Yeah, Crab randomly changed,
That was-
and it
that
just
was
never got mentioned.
funny.
I gotta watch that one.
Yeah, I
Watch the
never
next
realized
Yeah,
until
but
now.
the first
That's
guy
amazing.
went to jail for 5
Oh, I
years.
did know about that. Right? Yeah, I heard about that. Okay.
Okay. Well, I got one last thing I want to say.
Uh-oh.
Another, he's a
no.
Facebook supporter. His Facebook page is Meme Time. He's a huge supporter of
Meme Time.
Assassin's Creed Universe, and he has been a supporter of GeekVerse. He's posted for both pages, and I just want to shout out and just say check out his page, Meme Time, on Facebook.
You're supposed to at the end though.
Yeah, you should have waited
Well.
for the end, but that's okay. Kirkland, you have news?
Yeah, I have news about. It's pretty exciting. It's around Halloween time too. They announced Friday the 13th game.
I was just gonna bring this up
Yeah.
because I forgot my notes. I'm like, oh damn, I'm not gonna get
Yeah.
to talk about it. Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, we can talk about that. So basically, what happened with that is that it was supposed to be called, or the game company who's making it, I completely forget their name, but they were making, I think they were sorry, they're gonna make this game, but they didn't have the licensing for Friday the 13th, so it was gonna be called Slasher.
Something.
Yeah,
Just something generic.
It was like Slasher Summer Camp, like something
Yeah.
like super like that, like Friday the 13th, like total like plot.
just not
but
using
yeah,
any.
yeah, exactly.
They get sued for.
And then, but basically, what happened is they went into development with that, and then the Friday the 13th people, I think it was Crystal Lakes. Like I forgot their company's
I think
name.
it's just Crystal Lake.
Yeah,
Productions or
yeah,
something like
exactly.
that,
Yeah, something like that. They got in touch with the developers and they said basically we really like what you're doing and your direction, so we want to work with you. So they're working together, and then they came out with this Friday the 13th game that's in the works, pre-alpha, like really early. And basically what it would be is a 1v7 asymmetrical multiplayer. So
Sounds so fun.
yeah, like basically Jason versus the 7 camp counselors, and they said that like when I first heard it, I thought it'd be really like weird because it'd be like, oh, you're just running away. But apparently, like, you can attack Jason. They say it's really, really to try not to do that, but you can apparently. But yeah, like, what's your opinions on this?
Interesting
1v7
concept for sure.
They've been
multiplayer.
trying to get a game made for years, so it makes sense that they saw this and latched on. Because for years there's been rumors of Friday the 13th game, and I always thought it was going to be a terrible idea, and I saw it today, and I was like, probably still a terrible idea. But when I clicked on it, I was like, this sounds fun.
Yeah.
Like, it sounds like it could be, if it's done the way they're saying. Like,
Is that the trailer that was released?
Yeah. They had a mini, like,
Oh, really?
there's a trailer.
I didn't see a trailer. I
Yeah,
just was
like
reading the
rendered
article.
stuff and whatnot. Yeah, there's a trailer out there.
I saw a link that said Friday the 13th trailer, but I wasn't sure if it was a movie or if it's...
Yeah, I think it's just called Friday the 13th, the game.
It's Friday the 13th, like, and there's like a tagline that says like horror series or something like that.
Yeah.
So I think their plan is, if this is successful, to maybe do this with other ones.
I was actually really interested in the idea. I thought, like I said, I thought it'd be weird because 1v7, and then like, what do you do if you're like the victim?
Yeah, but
Basically
he's probably like completely OP if you can attack him, like if you're Jason.
Well, it's Jason, so it's like in the movies. Obviously, he didn't lose the fight.
No,
but
usually well, you never know.
Yeah,
the
but,
version always finds a way.
What kind of like tactics, like if you can like climb trees and like hide and...
I'm really excited to see more that comes out of this. But as of right now, I'm really interested to see how the horror aspect would be, like how scary it would actually be to play it, like. Because, like, right now in my mind, it's really hard to picture, like, me being scared playing, like, this game with, like, 7 other people, or, like, 6 other people on my team, basically. Like,
Is it a first person or third person,
it's third person, but they're actually in talks of making it a single player as well, where you would just play as Jason in first person, or the camp counselors in first person. And they put you in situations where you're not just always running away and, like, you know how to beat it. It's like you'll have to confront Jason, and it will be scary, and you'll have to figure out a way what to do.
See,
But, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Keep going.
But the only thing I saw is that they're looking for $700,000.
They're kickstarting it.
Yeah.
If you didn't know.
For 700,000?
Yeah, they're looking for that much money to continue.
How far
Yeah.
along?
I'll do a
And
current update.
they
When I
said-
looked today, it was at 21,000.
Oh, okay. And then, but with that, if they got that much money, they said release around 2017.
No, they said 2016
Oh, really?
of next year. That's their
Oh,
plan.
wow.
If they hit the goals, they said fall 2016.
I saw a couple screenshots of pre-alpha thing, and it looked pretty freaky of
it
just
looks
Jason.
great. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh man, like I would totally invest my time into this.
I feel like it'd be a
amazing.
cool concept for like Nightmare on Elm Street kind of idea too. You could try and like stay awake, have to do things to like stay awake, and
Yeah.
then there's someone in the dream world, and then out of like different people falling asleep at different times
there
and stuff
was
like
one
that.
for the Sega, but it wasn't that great.
Well, I'm talking about this general idea, not a crap Sega version.
The first thing I thought about was, I don't know, just how fun it would to be to play with a bunch of people. Like,
Yeah.
you could play alone, but I feel like even in the room, like, you could see stuff, but like, if you, because it's gonna have to be online though, right? You can do it in the same room
Yeah.
as 7. That's the only thing that kind of, like, you could do it in a room, but it'd be a lot. To, like,
I'm just wondering if it's only 1v7. If it's like 1v2
I
and like
think-
2 people on
yeah,
the same
because
console.
I just thought it would be fun. Like I said, for us right now, to
Get
be
it-
playing that.
Oh,
like, 'cause
yeah,
that
that'd
would
be-
you
that'd be
know,
so amazing.
It did sound really fun, and I don't know, like the concept. That's a good way, because I always wonder, like, how would you do a Friday the 13th game? And I think that's a game that kind of has to be just like a multiplayer. Like, you can't do a camp. I don't want to play a Friday the 13th movie in a game where like,
yeah.
you start off with just doing drugs, and then
Yeah,
like,
no, they said it's not like that. They said they put you in scenarios.
yeah.
So like if you were to do like a single player, it'd be a bunch of scenarios. It wouldn't be like, all right, this is chapter 1 of the
Yeah.
story.
I'm pretty sure like Michael Myers in Call of Duty was like amazing, and that is literally like what you're describing here with
With a lot more horror
a
aspects to
Jason
it.
movie, Friday
Like an
13th.
actual game.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
now instead of playing a Call of Duty themed Michael Myers, and that was scary too at times, But now they've got an actual.
I don't know if I'd say it was scary.
Oh yeah,
like if
When-
someone's chasing you, you're like freaking out.
Yeah,
but
like-
it's not like you're sweating. Like where is he?
I don't know. Like,
Like,
when,
that's what I'm-
When
Taylor's getting that.
well, when your friends are talking and be like, "Oh, he's chasing," and the mic cuts out, you're like, "Holy shit!" And if that's in a horror themed game, I can see that being pretty awesome.
I am really really intrigued with the whole like idea of it like 1v7. And, like, I'm curious as to how it would work being Jason, like, if there's, like, areas that only he can go through, so it's not,
Plus,
like...
do you think you should be slower, right?
Yeah, but,
Stuff like that
I
should
feel
be-
like it shouldn't be impossible to catch people.
No.
It's not like people are just sprinting around you, like,
Yeah.
poking you, basically.
Even though you're slower, there should be, like, a stealth option.
Yeah, like, I mean, like-
for 30 seconds, you could move around and no one could get... See, that'd be cool if you had, like, a kill streak.
Oh, that, yeah.
And you hit, like, whatever button, and in 30 seconds, you could get anywhere without anybody sensing you, so then you could just pop up and...
Yeah,
So that
and
would be
I'm
scary.
also curious as to if they're gonna have, like, different levels. Like,
I
different...
think they just keep talking about, like, depending on the funding and whatnot.
Yeah,
So,
true.
which I checked, it's at 190,000, and it
Okay.
just started today. So that's not too bad. So
That's
if they
actually
want
pretty good.
100, so and the big thing for horror fans is they say in one of these levels scenarios, Tommy Jarvis is going to be there, and he's like his like main antagonist for like one of the humans that technically would always like kind of find a way to beat him. Like he was the first guy to really kill Jason. So yeah,
Really kill.
well.
You didn't do a good job.
No, well, because the fourth one was supposed to be the last one, and this kid named Tommy Jarvis, who's played by Corey Feldman, the guy from the Goonies, the plan was to kill him, and he would be the psycho killer. But then they just thought, no, let's make more money. And
Put him in space. Jason X.
well, that was a couple years later. We won't get into that. We'll get into that on the Halloween episode. But yeah, I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
I obviously, hopefully, it looks like it's gonna pan out. I don't know if I'll throw a couple extra bucks, but it's something like I said, something that I went from like to like, oh, I really want to play this. It could be fun.
Like,
so.
yeah, like, just the idea sounded really good, and I haven't seen any, like,
Yeah.
trailers. I haven't seen any of that. Just all in my head, I'm just, like, pondering what it's going to be
Yeah.
like, and I'm really excited. Because
Yeah.
I'm a huge horror buff. I love horror games.
Mhm.
Parallel
so
with
much.
the
Do you guys know the movie The Thing?
Yeah. Kurt
There's
Russell.
a StarCraft minigame that was pretty much based off of that, where there's 16 people, and then one of them just randomly spawns as the thing. And that's actually what they're reminding me of. And that was super fun. I played that for hours and hours
Warcraft 3,
and hours.
do you know that? It's
Yeah.
I mentioned it. It's an RTS game.
Yeah.
It's basically how Dota got started. People made a mod for that, and Dota turned into League of Legends, everything.
Yeah.
Basically spawned the MOBA franchise. But basically, someone made a mod just like that, and one person would be the undead thing, but you don't know, like, where other people
Yeah,
would
and
just
you
be
can, like,
humans.
turn into people.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
can turn into the person.
Yeah, and it would just be a huge city, and I just remember playing that with my friend, and he's like, oh man, like, where's the thing? And I'm just like, man, I don't know, like let's find each other so we can hide from it, and then I was the thing, obiously.
Yeah.
And, like,
Yeah.
it's
Dude,
like, that was
aside-
so much fun. Like, imagine
Aside
playing
from that,
that
Among
for,
Us
like,
was like, the person who was the thing, they were silent on Skype. They weren't saying things.
It's so
Man,
true.
where'd you guys go? I lost you.
Yeah, it's so true.
Oh, really?
But like, picture that in like a lot more of a horror aspect with like a game that's supposed to be scary.
Yeah.
It's not like
Yeah,
it's a mod for that.
Those were just
And it's like
mods,
mods
right?
were amazing, but it's like a full game. It's like
Yeah,
with
That
a
sounds-
huge budget
that would
like
be
that.
cool.
Like
that's potential.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's my Halloween based news.
You got anything else?
No.
And you don't, Dylan?
No.
No. Okay.
No
Jessica?
No, I'm actually watching the trailer, so I guess I'll just pause that and
Probably.
get back to what's going on
I want to
here.
watch it after.
We will. We will.
So I didn't really have much. I think we've pretty much covered most of it.
We'll talk about Walking Dead more.
No, let's not go back to that.
What do you think of Heroes? Did you watch the last episode?
Yes, but I watched it a while ago. I don't really. I'm trying to remember what happened now.
Oh, they're just doing things.
Obviously, it wasn't super amazing because I don't remember.
It was decent.
Are you caught up now?
Yeah.
You liking it better than the first episode?
I mean, like, some of the characters are... It's just what I was saying before. Like, some of the characters are boring.
Yeah.
Like that guy who, like, works at the car dealership. And then,
Yeah.
like, his storyline, like, I don't care about that guy.
I'm interested
No.
to see what happens with the Heat Hand guy.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, me too, just because I love that actor.
Yeah. Well, it was interesting with him and his dynamic with his girlfriend, and now
Mhm.
they've kind of
Split off.
split up. So
Yeah.
it'll be interesting to kind of see where that goes. I don't know.
But the nature of Heroes is just, like, every storyline just progresses so slowly.
Yeah, well,
because
exactly.
there's, like,
you get 5
6
minutes an episode for a character, right? And I don't know. It's unfortunate because I don't really like the chick, and I know she's
Which chick?
the one with the sword.
Oh yeah, the video game
Yeah,
one?
her
That was weird.
saving her dad, and she every time she unsheaths her sword, she goes into a video game world, but she still moves in the real world. Or if she moves in the real world, she moves in this video game world.
Sounds awesome.
Sounds like Sword Art
It's
Online.
very heroic.
I don't know. It's just the graphics in it are just odd, and
Sounds like I'm still not gonna watch it.
yeah.
Yeah, because they have CG of the video game scenes, and it just looks weird.
Yeah, it's just weird. Yeah, anyway, the only real news kind of thing that I had was something that I was kind of backtracking to a previous episode where we were talking about Leonardo DiCaprio and Johnny Depp, and who would get an Oscar. Johnny Depp actually made a statement saying that he doesn't want an Oscar. So,
Yeah.
apparently he thinks it's to win an Oscar means you won a competition, and he doesn't feel he's in competition with any other actors. So he doesn't actually want an Oscar. So
That's been taken two ways, though. People have looked at it as oh, he's a nice guy, or oh, what a prick, because he thinks he's the best actor of all time.
He is the best actor of all time.
I won't say of all time, but...
we're not getting back into this debate. So.
Yeah, I saw that. Well, then he's not going to get an Oscar. They don't take kindly to you speaking against the Academy, which is kind of one of the only people like Sean Penn is surprising that he's won so many Oscars, because he's always talking shit about the Academy. So
Obviously goes to show the Academy doesn't really care then.
they care.
People talking
They've
bad
snubbed him
about
a lot, but it's one of these things where it's hey, everyone's going to be really mad. They're going to know if we don't give him this Oscar. So let's give Sean Penn the Oscar. But, yeah. He just doesn't want an Oscar, so he's not going to get one.
Yeah, I don't know.
They won't give it to
You
him.
don't think he'll...
No.
Well, you were just saying Sean Penn.
Yeah.
Why is that different?
Sean Penn's a way better actor.
I don't even know who Sean Penn is, so...
Milk, Mystic
Yeah,
River.
Nope.
Films I've won multiple Oscars.
Mystic River.
I am
I just watched that actually.
It's
on
good,
Netflix.
right?
It's on Netflix. You just watch it.
Is that my daughter? There's
Yeah,
Sean. That seems
so-
brutal when he finds his daughter,
So
and they're
good.
holding them back. And yeah,
Mystic
I am
River.
Sam.
Doesn't say, I wouldn't watch it if I came across
It's
it with
a
name
stupid
like
title.
that.
I saw it because I Sean Penn on it, and it was 5 stars. I'm
See,
like,
yeah,
man,
so
I'm gonna watch
then
it.
Sean Penn, so that doesn't mean anything to me if it says Sean
You got
Penn.
it. Won best. He won a best. It won best picture. He won best actor. Tim Robbins won best supporting actor. I'm pretty sure Clint. Yeah, he won best director. At Clean House.
I'm not going to watch it tonight. I'm going to
No.
go see Pan, which apparently has terrible ratings.
Heard that's
Yeah.
not doing so well.
It's supposed to lose the studio a lot of money, about $150 million. So they're not happy. So
Okay, I haven't bothered to read anything, so I'm going to go see it open-minded. But what have you... Is it just CGI or storyline? Does anyone even know?
I saw it. I watched Jimmy Fallon. I saw his interview with what's his name again?
Jackman.
Hugh
Yeah,
Jackman?
I don't know how I forgot that name.
Wolverine.
But it did. I mean, obviously they're not going to bash the movie, but it did sound like it is pretty CGI heavy.
Yeah.
Obviously, they didn't say it in a bad way because he's trying to promote the movie, but
Yeah.
He said in a way
Walking Dead level CGI, or
I think that'd be a bit better. It is a movie, so I would hope. But
Well, they push it back. I would have thought that they would have used that time to,
yeah,
fix it.
I just hear the story just has no substance. I hear some of the acting's not the greatest, and I just hear complaints. I guess some of the Lost Boys sing Team Spirit in it, and people are like, "Why are they singing Nirvana's Team Spirit?" And this movie takes place
yeah, what? That's weird.
years before
Yeah,
Kurt
that's-
Cobain's even born. So that's the stuff I hear complaining. It's it doesn't have. The main thing I'd say, it doesn't have any magic to it, and that's with Pan. You need that with what Hook had. It doesn't have that. That's what I love about Hook. Hook, when you watch it, you feel like you're in that world, and there's just all the characters.
Well, it's like
come to life, and
a
great.
prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when Blackbeard was still ruling Neverland before Hook becomes a pirate.
Yeah. So Hugh Jackman shaved his head for nothing. Just to lose a bunch of money. But no, apparently it did only $15 million at the box office this week, and it had a budget of $150 million. So, and then plus, they think $150 million the lowest. And that doesn't talk about promotional stuff. So it's, yeah. I think another reason is too, is people didn't go see it because it's not Disney, it's Warner Brothers.
I honestly didn't even hear about it until you were saying the other day you were going to go see it. And that's the only time I had heard about it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I've been grossly excited for this because I love fairy tales and all of the different stories and stuff like that. And I've been really disappointed to hear the bad reviews it's getting. I'm actually not really sure what to think. I'm going to see it anyway just because I have been so excited about it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I like posted into our like chat, and I was like, "Oh, Pan." You're like, "No, don't be excited about Pan."
I'm always up on my reviews. I gotta. I don't say don't go see it. I still go see bad movies. Like I still saw Fantastic Four. You gotta see it sometimes.
Worst movie of all time.
I am one of them. I think worst comic movie of all time. Worst movie of all time is still for me is that Lindsay Lohan movie, that I Know Who Killed Me. If anyone's
Last
seen that.
summer?
No, it's just I Know Who Killed Me.
Oh no, that's I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Yeah, that's not. That's just a horror movie.
But what's the worst
That's
one
not
on
Lindsay
like
Lohan,
Rotten
is it?
Tomatoes?
Worst movie on Tomatoes.
Jennifer
I
Lopez.
There's
don't
probably
know.
some with 0%.
It might be like a Paris Hilton movie. There's that one she did, like the Hottie or Naughty. I'm not sure if anyone.
I thought you were
seen
gonna say Wax House, and I was gonna be so mad if you dissed.
No, I think that's like a
Wax
50 or 40, something like that.
Wax
but
House is like.
Is it House of Wax?
Yeah, that one.
yeah.
Wax House.
I'm gonna
With,
talk about that on our Halloween episode.
what's-
That's probably one of my favorite horror movies.
What's her name again? Paris
Paris
Hilton?
Hilton.
Yeah. Oh.
When she gets
got
her
it.
Achilles heel
She
cut
got
through the
what?
grates.
She
Oh.
got it. Well, not just that, but
I mean, she
oh,
did get it at
oh.
one point in her life.
She took
It's
it
actually
to
got
the
famous.
face.
She's taken it to the
It
face
helps.
too. Yeah.
What are you talking about right now?
In the movie.
Which
She-
movie?
Oh, House of Wax.
Oh, okay, good.
Not the
took
movie
a-
on the internet.
Not her hotel movie.
No, she got a pole to
Took
the
her to the
face.
face. Well, she did get a yeah.
In the movie and the hotel
Like-
movie.
like
Both
Anakin's
poles to
mom.
the face. Like Anakin's mom. Happy Halloween!
No, it's not over yet. And we're not even on the
I
Halloween
don't know
episode.
where
He just does that when he's
Yeah, we haven't
nervous.
recorded the Halloween episode.
And then, anyways, what I was going to talk about quickly when we were talking about movies, the things I was going to say, surprisingly, which I'm very surprised because the previews look awful, that on Rotten Tomatoes, Goosebumps is doing really well. It has like a 78%. So I'm very
Really?
happy. I'm very excited to go see it sometime
What's the
next
rating
week.
supposed to be for that? Does anyone know?
It's like PG.
It is PG?
Yeah. So, but I have to see it. Goosebumps is one of my favorite things of all time. I cannot not see it.
Those are pretty fun. The ones that we were watching at your house.
Yeah. We watched like too many.
You're intense.
Are they
Whoa.
on
We were
Netflix?
having
Yeah,
discussions the
Oh,
whole
we
time.
were.
Yeah.
We were.
Taylor's pretty scared. But yeah, they're all on Netflix. I'm not sure American, but Canadian, they're definitely on there. So,
Okay.
yeah. And then Don't Be Afraid of the Dark is on, or Afraid of the Dark, there's one season.
Really?
Yeah.
On Netflix?
Yeah.
See,
But I
we
think it's just
obviously
Canadian.
watch very different shows because they have never come up in my
But are you
queue.
American Netflix?
Well, I have both. I have like American.
How
like,
often do you use the Canadian one, though?
More often.
Okay. Because it is on, I don't think it's on American. I think it's Canadian because YTV.
Because I have the Canadian in my living room, so
Yeah.
I'll like watch it when I'm like eating.
Yeah.
Which is bad.
Which
but-
Canadian Canadian Netflix, you suck because there's no good horror movies. They didn't even like American Netflix is loaded with good horror movies for Halloween. This year, there's like nothing for on camera.
Well, they got Evil Dead.
yeah,
Not the new one. I mean the
they
original
have two.
one.
They don't have
Yeah.
the first one too. I like them both. I'm gonna watch them regardless. Evil Dead 2 is amazing. It's the best one, but still.
That's something actually I want to say because there's
Say it.
Ash
Say it,
vs.
man.
Evil Dead is coming out. That new TV series.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is it? The end of October.
Yeah, end of October. And that
What is it,
looks Ash vs. Evil Dead.
Seen any of the Evil Dead movies?
Yeah, I've seen all of them.
The
Even
main-
the new one.
The main character from the first three,
Oh, okay.
Bruce Campbell, he's actually coming back.
Oh,
and it's
really?
a TV show. It's
Oh,
10
that's sick.
episodes,
Yeah.
and he's it's. I don't even know what he's doing, but it's
Well,
just
he's
like-
fighting the demons again from that
Is
book.
the grandma still on the thing?
No,
That was like my favorite part.
there's
Swallow your soul.
yeah. I watched it the other day. There's this one part when Bruce Campbell he kills the demon so smoothly, and then he's like,
Smoothie.
Turns him into a smoothie.
yeah, they do. What does he say? He's like, well, I'm gonna have to get some cardio because my heart is beating as hard as a football player on prom night.
Oh boy!
Nice.
I think on that note, we'll go out with a whimper. I have anything I was gonna say is Crimson Peak's coming out.
I'm
really
so excited for that. I'm so.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh.
even know what
You want to
that
see
is.
that?
Yeah, let's go see
Well,
it.
maybe we'll go see that Friday.
Oh, you got date with
yeah.
Dylan over
We'll
here.
go,
Date
we'll go
with
early
Travis.
this week. Yeah.
But yeah, so I want to see that.
I really
that's-
isn't Loki in it?
What? Yeah, Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's playing Loki.
Yeah.
Crossover.
Century.
Yeah, that's what he's doing between Thor movies.
Have you heard anything about it?
That's why I was just on my phone. It popped up.
Oh, okay.
Good reviews.
I'm really excited.
There's it's like at 87.
It's
so-
like the first horror movie in forever that I'm like excited for. I think
It looks, strangely enough, it looks beautiful. Like
Yeah.
the whole inside and whatnot.
Oh.
So yeah, maybe
Still
we'll
need
see
to watch
that.
the visit. Watch her find out she gets in the oven.
Oh yeah, it's.
Did you go see it, Taylor?
I saw it.
You did.
Yeah, it's
Of
definitely
all people, I
different.
didn't think you were the one who would.
I see any horror movie. Horror like that might be my next superhero. That's my
What
favorite
happened in the
franchise.
oven?
But she gets in, but like
She
It's
doesn't
not what
get
you
out.
think. No, it's built up.
Turns her into a smoothie.
It's built up way too much in the trailer. It's not that bad. It's a little tense, but
But
nothing.
you still gotta wonder who gets in the oven to clean it.
That's what. But that I told you, it's when stuff's normal. Still, it's still nothing's wrong.
Well, who
yet.
has an oven big enough to get into in the first
The
place?
grandma. obviously.
I could fit in my oven.
She's prepared. She knows
Have
she's
you ever
putting
seen
people in there.
Hansel and Gretel get baked?
No.
Is
It
this
was on
like a
Netflix. I think it was on
It
Netflix.
was on
I think it was on
Netflix.
Netflix.
I thought it was a stoner version. I never
Yeah, it
watched
sounds like a
Yeah,
stoner
no,
version.
that's
They
what me
get-
and my friend thought, so we started watching it. It's actually really messed up.
Is
Anyways,
it good?
she puts her. They get baked.
Is it? So it's not a stoner movie?
They get baked in the oven.
Do they? But they die.
No, they like
I
get
won't-
baked,
I
like
won't-
they get high.
You don't want to ruin it.
Yeah, first.
So it's on Netflix. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, it was
It
when I
was.
watched
I
it.
know.
I like the witch.
It had
hunters.
like
That's what
2
they're
stars. Like it was
But
pretty
I
bad. I didn't watch the whole thing.
I think that's the only franchise and genre that gets a pass. When you see like 1 star, you're like, let's watch it. Like,
Nice, a good one.
yeah, exactly. With the horror franchises, you can't be like, reviews. Like you can, but like they're mostly bad. Like they're just fun. Like take Leprechaun for example. All those ones, like they're
I
so
love them.
Jennifer
bad.
Aniston.
Yeah,
in
they're
her
so
prime.
bad.
I
Yeah.
loved all of them.
And Leprechaun in
So
space,
good.
Leprechaun in the
in
hood,
the hood.
and Back to the Hood.
Back to the. So
You didn't know
good.
this? At
Oh
one
my
point, he goes to the hood after he goes to space first, and somehow he's back in the. So he goes. There's a Leprechaun movie called Leprechaun in the Hood, and then he's back to the hood in the next one. And there's literally like a.
So to the hood, he
cross-dresser.
leaves the hood. And then
He does. Well, I think
He goes
they
to
banish
space.
him.
He
Yeah,
goes to space.
He goes to space, and then comes
Right.
to
It's so good. Movie.
So obvious.
So perfect.
Yeah. For some reason, space is the answer sometimes. Him, Jason, they just feel the need to have to send horror villains into space. Thank God Freddy never went
It's
there. So.
pretty efficient if you think about it.
Yeah.
Freddy could go there. Think about astronauts dreaming.
That'd be fucked up.
Wow.
That would suck. Well,
Great
on that
crossover.
yeah, Interstellar and Freddy Krueger. Inception. There's our goal.
Oh.
See Leo on the beach or of the planet.
Freddy pulls him
sleeping.
back
Yeah.
I'm your wife now, Leo.
Oh god.
We're ending it right now, so we're great for time. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, a bit of a shorter episode.
Anyways, anybody have anything to add before we head on out?
Hashtag save Hannibal.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I can't forget that. I mean,
I think we forgot it one week, honestly.
I think just Star Wars episodes.
I think Dylan mentioned it during one.
Yeah, I
episode.
think you did.
You
Either
did.
way,
Only one,
hashtag
though.
Save Animal. Save Animal 24/7. It's gonna happen.
It's a good show.
Give it 2 years, but yeah, Dylan's watching. It's a good show.
Mhm.
You guys, anything to add?
Want to do your shout out to your guy now that we're signing
It's
out?
too late. You already did.
I already did it. I don't
Meme
even do
time.
it
Twice
again.
is weird. Meme
Twice,
time.
yeah.
Do it. Thanks for the support. Always anybody.
What's up? What does Meme Time do?
He's
Is
a
it
Facebook
memes?
page, and he's memes. He does all kinds of memes for all
Is
video
that where you
games.
get all your memes?
No, that's not where I
Your
get all
main-
my memes.
is
But
your
he's
main
got,
meme source?
You're the
he's-
meme master.
he's got some Assassin's Creed memes. He does a lot actually, and he'll post them to the page, and
Nice.
I love them. I laugh at them.
I'll
They're
check
great.
them out.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and then where can they check that out? Both his and our page.
Well, if you go onto the internet, we're through Facebook, we're at GeekVerse Podcast in the search bar.
In the search bar. And then on Twitter, you can find us at GeekVerseCast, tweeting out news, updates, things like that. Next week will be our Star Wars 2 episode, so it's very good. We talk more about midichlorians and Shmi's mom and
Which we
all
haven't
that.
we haven't
Shmi's
recorded it
mom.
yet.
No, we recorded. We spoiled it already. But yeah, we'll do that, and then after that will be our Halloween special, so there won't be
No.
much...
Oh yeah, after that.
Yeah,
that
after
was
that,
like,
2
wait
weeks.
a
Yeah.
second.
So...
And then after that, a bunch of new games are coming out.
Yeah, so then...
And I'll
the
be back.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
get to
So
leave. I'm
next
excited.
2 weeks probably won't be too much news, but I don't think there's gonna be much news coming out. There hasn't really been lately. Comic Cons are down.
I
and
didn't
up.
know.
If there's something earth shattering, we'll
Check the page.
we'll do
It'll be there.
something. Yeah, we'll do.
Oh, I want to add on something when you're done.
Oh, I'm done. GeekVerse Cast.
When he's done
Twitter.
the podcast, it's over, so you better hop in.
Believe it or not, I know I've talked about it in the past, the Silent Hills game that got canceled.
Yeah.
Do you guys know? Yeah, okay. They actually are doing a petition to keep it going believe it or
A
not.
petition.
Hashtag save Silent Hill.
Yeah, there you go.
Did you hear that they were doing a Kickstarter for like an Alice? They were changing it just a character. Like it was going to be Allison, and it was going to be like the same stuff but with a girl. And
I
everything.
heard
Did you
that.
just say anything or what?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
I heard that.
But then, did you hear it's also gotten canceled
Yeah.
again? This project.
I was reading about that today, actually, and then I found about the petition because.
Okay. I thought I was gonna crush his dreams because he was bringing up the game, and then like just yesterday they canceled it again. I was like, oh, if he's so hyped right
No,
here, like,
yeah,
oh
no,
man, it's
I'm
coming
not
back.
hyped. I'm just, it's possible. They're doing petition to keep it going. Guillermo del Toro, he was really, really excited for the game to come out, and he was really pissed when it got canceled. to
And
say
he
the
said he
least.
won't ever do anything with video games again. That's
Yeah, like
hilarious.
I don't want to quote him because there was some bad
Choice
language in there.
words.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think Daryl will
But,
come back?
No.
No,
It sucks.
but yeah, hashtag
down.
save Silent Hills, please.
There you go. All right. Well, someone else do an exit. I don't want to exit.
All of you listeners out
Oh,
there,
God.
we hope that you have a fantastic morning, afternoon, night, wherever you are. Peace be with you.
Thanks for
Destroyed
listening.
Audacity.
Thank you
See
for
you later,
listening.
guys.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.
Peace out.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Wait, what?
Pass for the Canadians.
Thanksgiving Pass. It goes to Thanksgiving Pass. That should have been my intro.
The ghost of Thanksgiving's past.